And just like every other time, we are back. My name's Charbel Milan. Today we got
Des Howard.
And Lance Thomas.
and this is a time shared. So I'm a little more comfy than I usually am, which is, very nice for this episode. But, just in case people don't know you, I know, Des, you've been on before. Great conversation, great vibes. Lance, no, you have not. So just before we get going, if y'all want to give a rundown on who you guys are, what you do, then we'll dive right in.
Right, I'll go first. For the people who didn't watch the first episode, definitely go watch it. My name is Des Howard. I'm a full-time entrepreneur. Like I said, a lot of people would say college dropout, but your boy got the little associates. But I was an athlete turned entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let my boy Lance take it over.
Nah, yeah, facts. College dropout. Best album ever type shit. But I'm Lance Thomas, I'm a college hooper. I just transferred from Memphis.
You feel free to pull that closer to you.
Facts. I just transferred from Memphis to South Alabama in the Sun Belt. So I mean, yeah, that's what I do. I hoop and yeah.
Just for anyone who, can't tell, how tall are you, by the way?
6'10".
He's 6'10".
He's a footer.
So you just brought up an interesting point, right? So you're a college dropout, but you used to be an athlete in college. And you're still an athlete now who just transferred.
Yeah.
So that must be interesting. You guys, how did you guys meet? Like, how did this dynamic even come up?
You want to explain it?
You want to go or you want me to do it?
Well, this kind of like that relationship of when that person in the interview, they ask the wife and the husband, like, where y'all meet? And no one really knows the real answer.
I don't like that analogy, but nah, facts though.
All right, so it's on you.
All right, nah, really, me and Des met 5th grade. Was it 5th grade, 6th grade?
I think it was like 5th.
Yeah, 5th grade. 5th grade. We hooped together. We played AU together, Georgia Truth. Shout out them boys. Shout out the gang for OG.
Hope they're all doing good.
Yeah, facts. And we met then, and we just been locked in ever since, for real.
Facts. Like, all right, that's his explanation of it. I think I met him exactly in the 6th grade when I started, 6th grade when I started playing for Georgia Truth.
I think it was not, because really I had met you like GBL at the very end of GBL. You feel me? Remember that?
Yeah.
And then like from
Shout
GBL.
out to the GBL.
Shout out to GBL.
I missed that. I missed those days.
Facts. And from GBL and went to AU.
But yeah, pretty much we met through basketball. And the relationship grew since there. It's my brother since, actually little ones. So yeah.
Ain't play football together. Who was on that field?
Oh, they don't know about that.
Yeah, I never knew Des played football.
Who was on that field?
Damn. I'm trying to imagine Des in a whole football uniform. What is that even called?
He ain't do his research.
Oh.
He ain't do his research.
Des, in my mind, Des is a full-blown entrepreneur. All right, we're in Atlanta.
That's crazy to even like
hear that.
Even that just perspective, because this is my brother and I know what he's been on. And like I even see him growing, but like to say that you don't even see like you just see him, that's crazy. And like that's a shout out to you though, for real, bro. That's a shout out to you.
I mean,
you been getting to it.
I must be doing something right because everybody knows like you
Come on,
it's going football highlights gonna pop up.
Jeez, man,
that's crazy.
The man's living multiple lives. Okay, so this is a really weird question, but I just want to throw it out there because I feel like you two are the right people for this question, right? Whether it's basketball, whether it's business, what do you guys think makes you stand out? Like, there's so many people. We're in Atlanta. We're in this beautiful building filled with so many people, with so many other buildings filled with so many damn people, all trying to do the same thing, kind of. Like, what do you think makes you stand out?
I'm built different.
Oh, God.
Nah, to be honest, I feel like for me, I'm able to get along with a lot of people and conversate with a lot of different people. And I understand, like, the different perspectives. So I know how to put myself in other people's shoes. Because I was going to when I did go to school, I went to be a psychiatrist or a therapist. So that's a little bit background on the knowledge that I did get from college. But I feel like in the grand scheme of things, if you want to go deeper into it, I just tell people I'm built different because my goals are different. You know what I'm saying? And I have a different mental attitude when it comes to me attacking those goals, to be honest.
But we were talking about this earlier, and I wanted to bring this up. Do you think that you're built different or you taught yourself how to be different?
Okay. It's funny you asked that because we really was talking about this earlier.
Literally.
I think being, I guess it's like nowadays that's like it's a mentality. I feel like it's a learned behavior. Being someone that, necessarily didn't come from anything, you get this attitude that like, I'm going to have something. And I think that's what separates me from the person that actually stays in that situation to where they stay in the rat race, or they staying at home, or they're just being comfortable. And with my mindset and what I've learned and experienced at a young age, it developed me to have that mentality to say, I'm built different and I'm not going to stand there. Like, this is not me. I'm not comfortable. I want to go to that next level. You know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing, right? Like a person who's struggling, right, in multiple aspects, they're not comfortable, but they're comfortable with their circumstance. So do you think that's a side effect of just a negative mindset? Or do you think that's a side effect from just, taught behavior that, hey, this is our life, we're never going to get out of it? Like, what do you think it is that causes people to just be stagnant at a certain level forever? But because you ask any person on the street, they want to be a millionaire. They want to take over.
Really, I feel like that's all situational on what situations you're pertaining to. If we're talking about like poverty and we're talking about just people staying in that type of mindset, a lot of that is generational, bro. Like that stems from slavery type thing. If we're talking about, just that mindset of just getting by, just staying alive. And when you get comfortable with staying alive, you don't want more. Like you just want to stay alive. You don't want to be the best. You want to stay alive. Like, you feel me? And it's tough for people to change those habits, because those habits. It's people that are like, for example, it's people that are 70 years old, got retirement checks and stuff, and they still staying in the hood. Like,
Damn, really?
Yeah, because they don't know nothing else but the hood. Like my first time going to see Madison Square Garden was like 5 years ago, and I moved from New York when I was 8 years old. All my family's still there. I'll be in New York every year since I was born in New York. My first time going to see like Madison Square Garden, like downtown New York, like 42nd Street, like 5 years ago.
But what do you think that is? Like here on a timeshare, like I like to go deep, man. Like, do you think that the people are just kind of like accepting the fact that they don't think they'll ever get to a certain level, or that they're not worth it? Or you got it.
It's that and just like ignorance is truly bliss. What you don't know, you don't know. Like when I first moved to Georgia, I had teachers telling me how they visited New York and how it was beautiful and it was safe and all that stuff. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, you lying,
you never
dog.
left the hood.
I never, but when I got older, I started seeing more things, watching more movies, like my mind started, I'm like, okay, I see what they're talking about. Like, so it's like, it's on themselves, but also it's the situation. And then again, it's what you don't know. Like, you have to seek out knowledge. Like, I'm reading that book because like, I want to know more. I want to see what those laws can do for me. Like, and a lot of people don't have that want to know, because they cool. They're alive. They're staying alive. They survived their situation and they're surviving right now.
It's like being a product of your environment.
Exactly.
Because it's like, even for me being from Mississippi, I know they ain't seen if a Hispanic goes to Mississippi, they're considered white. And that's just ignorance, because they never been outside of, some people have never left the Mississippi, the state of Mississippi, or even that town. So now they don't see, that's why it's a lot of racism still going on to today, because they haven't experienced the different people, the different ethnicities and everything like that. So that's kind of another reason. That's why he kind of said it's situational, just depending on who it is. Because like the story I gave you with the turkey on the last episode,
bro, that's crazy,
right?
Do you know how many conversations I had about that?
Facts. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like it's all in the head, and it's all like what we're being taught. So you got to be a product of your environment, And when the best thing for a person that's in poverty, that's in the situations like that, is to get outside your environment and get around some people. So me personally, my answer to that actual question would be just it just depends on your circle and the people you're connected with, to be honest.
It does, right? It does matter who you're around and who you're connected with, but in a lot of situations, that's people's downfall. Like, I had another guy on the show who was talking about how he had a big homie, big brother. He looked up to him, and then they were getting pulled over one time. And, big homie was a felon. So he was trying to get him to, he was like, yo, I need you to take the charge, this, that, and that. And he had a clean record. And he didn't. And the cop ended up letting him go. And when they were driving off, he was like, nah, you're not down to ride, this and that. But he was like, if you were actually a big homie, you would not be trying to get me to take your charge. You're already a felon. Like, you would be trying to show me the right path. So do you think that it's just a loop of like broke, not broke, but like, you've heard the saying, hurt people, right?
Yeah.
So it's almost like that with, a lot of other things.
Yeah.
No, it's the same stuff. All this stuff, like the stuff that we talk about on these podcasts and stuff we talk about, they talk about in those books and stuff. Like, it doesn't just necessarily apply to what we're talking about. Like, I'm an entrepreneur. It doesn't just apply to entrepreneurship. It applies to life. You know, it's principles and laws. Like you said, it's the book of laws. It doesn't just apply for business. It says business relationships and everything. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to learn how to, it also comes from being able to see different point of views. And when you're like I said, when you're in situations like that and you're around those type of people, that's all that they know. He, as a big homie, that's probably what his big homie did for him. And that's why he's a felon at whatever age he was at. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I said when you get outside and experience a little different, you can't, like, it's like once your mind sees something, it can't unsee it.
Can't.
Good and bad.
Hey,
Yeah,
look,
good and bad.
hey,
You feel
look,
what I'm saying?
I remember before we moved to Georgia, right? I remember we were staying in my auntie crib in New York, and I remember we came to like Snellville for like the summertime, and like we came back to New York for like a whole end of the year before we moved to Georgia.
Mhm.
I remember just like, bro, like I hate it here in New York. I gotta go back to Georgia. I gotta go back. But before that, I'm like, but what Snellville? What we going to Snellville for the summer for a while? We need to be in the Bronx. We need to be in like 230th. Like what we doing? But like you feel me? And once I seen that, I was like, bro, I could be outside. I don't gotta just stay on the block. I could roller. I ain't never rollerbladed in my life.
Is it really that dangerous over there?
It's not even just, it's dangerous in New York, but it's just environment. Like you just, for example, even on the north, like it's certain hoods I'm not going to on the north. It's just moving.
If you compare to, I guess you can say the hood, like you might not even necessarily lived in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's the hood compared to what Atlanta is or Gwinnett is. And I ain't trying to downplay Atlanta but at the same time, it's just, like he said, the environment is just a little different. Like,
it's just,
not to be outside at night.
Like, don't leave the block.
There. Yeah, you
don't
know
what's like. I don't know who on that next block, even though I might know the families at night. You know, they might be politicking different. My mom, I'm 7, 8 years old, going to the corner store. Like, better go to the corner store and back. Like,
yeah, you got like, one direction, forward and back.
Like,
don't go sideways.
And don't get me wrong. Obviously, you could roam the streets, and I probably would have been fine. But it's just like, nah, like we're not taking that chance. It's just, it's just what it is.
That's crazy.
You know what the sad part is? Is that a person who doesn't experience that doesn't even understand that that's a thing.
Exactly.
And that's why when like problems arise and people are like, we got to fix these issues, these broken homes, these environments, these poverty-stricken areas, these crime-stricken areas, and people are like, oh, what are you talking about? It's great. Things are great. We're in a high rise in Atlanta. Life is good, but it's like, that's like 5%. But anyway, here I want to get back to that point, but I don't want to leave this book, right? So other than the law of attraction, what are some of the things that it talks about in there? Like, what are some of the laws of life that you guys have applied?
I wouldn't say that book is about the laws of life. I would say that book is principles on everything, and the number one rule in there is to not outshine the master. Like kind of what you was talking about before we started. It was just like you always in that state of learning. And it talks about, how someone could go and mess up the fact that you're in that learning stage because you know it all. That's
or like think you
that's
know it all.
Rule number one. Never outshine the master.
That's crazy. Cause right, in my bio on Twitter, like it's in all caps too. Every man is your teacher, and the number one rule in that book, like you said, is never outshine the master. And pertaining back to that question you asked earlier when you was like, what makes y'all different? I feel like what made me different and stand out amongst everybody in every situation I'm in. Yeah, I'm tall and stuff, but like truly like I'm like the biggest learner of life. I feel like from when I was younger, my mom always taught me just, to learn, like always be just learn, be open, like never be closed-minded, always be open to new situations and stuff like that. So even though I always came from a certain environment, I feel like I've always been above it. Like even my peers, like I got homies who do plenty stuff, even from New York, even to like on and off. But like, even though I grew up with them, I've always been like aware of what's going on, like, and to not do that or to like, hey, be like, bro, like chill on that, And yeah, like, and it's crazy because that one like rule pertains to everything, even in basketball, from he knows when I was younger.
Even like when you say with basketball, some players they get so good that they can't be coached.
They can't be coached. Like that's but being coachable. He know when I was younger, I want to say I was good. I was always good at basketball, but like I wasn't like that for real. But I was always the most coachable on every team I ever been on. And looking back at it from 5th grade to like 8th grade, it's because I told him
We had this
I'm the only
conversation.
one. I'm the only like player from 5th grade to 8th grade that I play with that's playing Division I basketball right now.
Jesus, dude.
Strictly off just being, and you can go look at the numbers. I wasn't just crazy better than everybody because I wasn't. I then there was one of the on the bottom half of the totem pole, but like I always wanted to just like I was always coachable. I was always like a learner. Every man is my teacher, and I always live by that.
So do you guys think that people are ultimately just letting ego get in the way of their
Oh yeah,
growth?
for sure.
Subconsciously though, it's not on purpose.
I like that. Okay, wait one sec. What do you mean by that?
Even like for example, even you, like if somebody came up to you on the street and was giving you game on something, you wouldn't automatically be like just retain it. You would see what he's saying, you would decipher it, you would be like, okay, maybe it's some bullshit, maybe it's not. And then if it's not, you're gonna mess with it. But like, that's just, it's a natural, just egotistical thing. And it's not like, I hate to say egotistical, but it's a natural just,
It's a human law. It's a law of human nature.
especially if you're aware
yeah.
with yourself. Especially if you're aware with yourself.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think it is? Do you think it's the concept that people don't want to walk around like thinking like, oh, this person's better than me? Or is it the concept that like
Yes.
people are
Yes,
always...
that's exactly it. I
Is
feel
it, you think so?
Pertaining
Most.
to our friend, I don't want to say no names,
Gee.
but just pertaining to our friend, we have a friend.
I don't know who he's talking about, to be honest.
But,
He's someone's friend.
nah, fact, right? It's a friend, and even we don't got to use him, but it's plenty of people that just taught to just
Heard you?
her too.
Okay.
You feel me? Matter of fact, I can say it. This girl I used to mess with, like she told me one time, she told me, and she knows she is if she gonna see this. She told me that I was too. She said I was too I was too not giving, but like she said I had to be more selfish, and I felt that because I kind of do. But like she was like, one time in the game, I seen your teammate with his head down, and you were playing good, and you like were trying to pick him up. Like she was like, nah, like keep that energy. She was like, keep that energy to like to you. And she was like, but after that, you came out playing bad, he playing good. I was like, no, you see. That's not that at all.
Because it's not boxing. You
I'm
need
team
him.
captain, bro. Like that's
Oh,
my
team
little bro.
captain.
Like, come on, I'm gonna pick him up when his
Real
head
big
down.
homie.
You feel me?
Right.
Like,
And
you
not
feel
take
me?
this charge.
You feel me?
You gonna
Like,
take the charge from me, bro?
man, you feel me? And it's just like people would say that, like, people, like she was trying to say that I was too kind of forgiving, like, and it was like, come on, G, like,
That just, I don't even know how to even explain that. That's not even selfish. That's like, you're not even gonna be a good player at that game because with that game, everybody feeds off everybody energy.
facts.
You're a
know?
leader.
You
Yeah,
facts.
You're trying to lead.
And I kind of got lost, but really what I was like coming back to with that was that she was saying that like her mindset was me versus you, always and everything. I'm a up one on you, even this with my peoples, like even with my friends, like I don't like I mean I talked to them for a minute because I'm trying to be better than them, and like people have that mindset for real, and it's like I'm a competitor. I have a compete mindset, but I'm never competing on no like me versus you, like just on some. Nah.
If it's 1-on-1, it's me versus
Yeah,
you.
but
for me, it turned to the I turn to we, and then we turn to us. And when you do that for real in sports, like y'all gonna win together.
Exactly.
Because it's gonna be a lot of I's turn to we's to us, and no one's really selfish, and we all can win. And I think. I don't even want to say that. I think that's what was so good about our basketball team. Like, I mean, we had we have our selfish moments, but we just knew the bigger picture.
Yeah, we was
and
always
people don't
playing
look
for
at,
each
and
other.
that's another thing. A lot of people don't look at the bigger picture when it comes to it, like
Folks being in the
knowing
moment.
roles and knowing that you ain't what you say you are or whatever. And this pertains to business. This pertains to relationships because that's a lot of miscommunication with that and knowing what you're supposed to be and being and holding yourself accountable for those things. And that's hard because we was talking about that in the elevator. He was like, I had somebody to call me, and I didn't really want to talk to him because I was tired. But they held me accountable. I was up. I got up for a little bit, but then I went back to sleep. You feel what I'm saying? I needed that sleep. You feel me? Anybody that know me, I'll be waking up too damn early.
Facts.
So you're a team captain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have like 200-300 people under you, students. You guys are mentoring people. People look up to you. Right? Does that reinforce more to dissolve the ego? Like, okay, not only am I in a position of authority, but like I'm influencing other people who are trying to get better. So I got to be the best that I can be.
I feel like,
I
can only speak for me and myself, and I let him speak for himself. For me, it's like, it wasn't always that way. You feel what I'm saying? It was that I versus, you, it's all me. But when you realize and you understand you going through that path and that journey, you realize it's bigger than you. So when you learn to be the bigger person, sometimes you have to step back and let that person shine, or step back and let that person go, or learn those lessons to get where they got to go. And that's the real teaching. And people don't say that, you know what I'm saying? People don't really, go into that. And I do that a lot, you know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily like, sometimes I could be like, yo, I can talk my shit and, tell people what to do, but sometimes there's some things that you gotta let people experience, because experience is more profitable or anything than anything in the world. Cause that's the only thing, that's how you know your favorite food, bro.
Yeah,
You experienced it.
That is true.
Right.
You see now, like with me, kind of, it's natural. I feel like it's natural, like just being that kind of leader and being that kind of, that's just who I am naturally. Like definitely I'm a leader naturally, but it's not even a leader thing, just being genuine. Like I'm gonna always try to give my peoples just like the best foot forward while not like being, just being genuine, like, and like have nothing to do with me, like no strings attached. Just I'm just trying to show you love. Like you don't gotta mess with me. You know what I'm trying to say? So when it comes to, like you said, team cap, that's because I'm naturally that way. When I being team cap, like it's just me. Like just naturally, I'm gonna pick my bro up. Hey, bro, keep your head up. Next play.
Like, that's just your personality. Do you feel like? I got a question. Do you feel like that comes from how you was raised and things like that? Because I feel like when I say like at first, like it was me versus you. That's just me being in the projects or being in that never had anything.
No,
it's
facts.
like I gotta get out of this. And once you make it out just a little bit, you be like, hold up, look at me.
Nah, facts. And like definitely like you said, it's how I was raised, because I'm from that environment. Mm-hmm. But even being from that environment, my mom, like she was raised in Harlem. She's from the hood, but like she's really from England. So so her, like she always grew up in the hood, like knowing that she didn't like it. She like when she had me and my sister, like my kids aren't gonna be no hood rat kids, even though we in the hood, certain things she still had to instill in us, being that we was in that environment. But nah, like you can't be like these people. You can't be like the people who stay across from us. You can't be like the people who, you can't be like, the girl you go to school with, Courtney. You can't, because you're not gonna make it out of this. And
right.
So I've always had that mindset, even like, so that's why I've been able to, like, I'm the type of dude, I could kick shit with the same hood dudes and kick shit with the nerds, because it's just, I'm the same person to all of them. I'm never gonna come out of who I am, because it's just not me. You know what I'm trying to say?
That's crazy you say that, bro, because it's like your mom was teaching you right. And most people, I'm not saying like people were bad parents or anything, but we taught to just live or get by.
Yeah, they don't know.
They was in that, cause I seen it. I experienced it. And I could watch it and see it. It's like they just like do this, or they might say don't sell drugs, but
get money though.
Get money however you can.
Get money, but get money, but don't sell drugs.
How. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta start getting money for rent. But how?
Well, you gotta go get a job.
You don't gotta get a job,
and now you like, what about my dreams? Well, they don't make money right now.
But do you think that pressure is good though? Or do you think that pressure leads people down the wrong path? It's situational.
Very much so, because it's people. For example, you got people like, I got my friends, and I don't want to say white friends, but just friends, even in Gwinnett. Y'all know Gwinnett. and just even friends in Gwinnett, like it's people like they may be having that same pressure, but it's not like, how can I say? I don't want to sound like it's just like this, bro. Like I remember graduating. I remember hearing people complain about like,
they didn't get their car.
Like what school they finna, like what school they're applying to, and like but they know they finna go to school. Like I feel like if I didn't hoop, definitely, I think I could have got a scholarship academically, but that wasn't even in my head. Like the same way 2 plus 2 is 4 is the same way I knew I was getting a scholarship.
Oh God.
Like there's no way my mom, like I know she can't pay nothing. She can't pay for me to go to school.
What? That's the only reason I went to school.
My mom cannot pay for me to go to school. That's not even an option. But but shorty, my man's just tripping about getting a car, like.
Oh yeah, or no, I didn't get the model. Like, facts, dude, what the hell?
It was
2021 Corolla.
You know what
Are
I'm
you
trying to
kidding
say?
me?
And the thing is, like, even though I do
Goofy
got
ass
scholarships going to senior year, like there was a point where in high school I didn't have scholarships, and I'm like, dang, like even though it was just me, just pushing myself. It was early on, but I remember that pressure in like 9th grade, 10th grade. I'm like, dang, I don't got no scholarships. How am I gonna get to the school?
So let me ask you a question, right? And I think about me, man. I'll just ask, right? Like, when did you really like hit your growth spurt? Like, when did you realize that you were taller than average?
So I was always kind of taller than everybody, but like it was like,
Were you?
nah, it was like. But like on some, for example, right? Like me and Des was taller than me.
I was taller than him at one point.
Des was taller than me, right? But like at my school, I was taller than kind of everybody. It was people who were kind of my height. I was always like, you know what I mean, Des? Like I was kind of, it was like I was always the taller ones, like one of the taller ones, But like when it hit like 8th grade, 9th grade, 8th grade, I kind of started being taller than everybody, but I was still kind of with everybody. But then like that summer going to 9th grade, bro, I grew like...
That boy ate some veggies and slept too much.
Slept way too much.
I went into 9th grade 6'2", dog. 6'1", 6'2". I ended freshman year of high school at 6'8", 6'7".
Jesus Christ. This man was growing by the day. You're like kudzu. We could have sat down and watched you grow.
Man, it was wild, dog.
Nah, it was wild, bro. You was a freshman. You was tall as hell.
Did it make you feel like you had to play basketball, though? That's really what I wanted to ask.
Wait, before you answer that's a good question. Before you answer that, do you feel like it was pushed on you to where that's what you had to do?
I love that you guys are asking me this because I was talking to this shorty about this the other day because she was like, when I have kids, they're going to play sports. They're going to make them play sports. So I'm going to get to your question. I'm going to answer yours first. You asked me, did I feel like I had to do it, like push to it?
Yeah, because I know for me, I knew like my environment told like that was the only way out.
Nah, facts. Okay, so me, with me, yeah, environment and stuff like that, yeah. And just seeing but like, nah, like basketball, love. Like I fell in love with basketball the same way y'all fell in love with your first girl. Like, on me. Like
I'm still looking for her.
You feel me? So you ain't even found like basketball was like that. Like I'm talking about, bro, like my big cousin, my god brother, man, he used to be dribbling the ball around and he wouldn't let me, I'm like, let me have the ball, like take it from me. And I couldn't. And one day I just picked him and like I was just dribbling the ball around. I just fell in love with it, like naturally. Like no one forced it to me. And then as I fell in love with it, people would see me with it and be like, "Oh yeah, like you going to the league," or like, "Yeah, like you gonna be big in basketball and stuff like that." Because they seen I was tall, but they spoke all that stuff into existence. But it was my love. Like no one ever forced me. But also I ain't grow up with no pops either, so that kind of been a thing too. Like, and maybe if I had a pops, he probably would have forced it on me,
Yeah.
But like I didn't. Like my mom, her knowledge of the game grew as I started playing. Like it was purely me. Like I'm outside for hours hooping by myself, just me. Like just like no one forced it, and that's the best way I feel like because people get to college and they fall out of love with the game because all this stuff happens, and even myself, I kind of found myself doing that. But really, I love basketball like just wholly. So yeah, I can never be out of it. I got plenty of people who people's really force them. Like I'm talking about, and it make them better players. Don't get me wrong, and make them good players, but and make the relationship so sour. And it's like, bro, like it's your pops. Like why, like, but pops be OD. Like they be tripping. Like they be forcing their kids to do stuff they don't want to do.
That's funny you say that, bro. Because I mean, I ain't gonna say I grew up without a pops. My pops wasn't in the house, like most people. But like kind of like what you did. I just saw. I think the first thing I saw was AI, and I fell in love with the game. But for me, it's like I just started seeing people play more and more basketball, and it's more like, oh yeah, this is the way out. And then like my love for the game, because I went to school for football, but my love for the game never changed for basketball. You feel what I'm saying?
To this day, and because basketball is the only sport really you can play basketball without a hoop. Like you could just dribble a ball around. I remember before I moved to Georgia, that's why my game is the way my game is. I'm big guard because before I moved to Georgia, I used to dribble my ball around all day long. Like I ain't never just shot at the hoop because I couldn't lead a block. I'm in front of the, I'm just dribbling the ball around,
So here's the thing, right? I know I know in high school, people who get scholarships, it's like, holy shit, like this dude's got a huge cock. He's going to fucking Clemson or whatever. You know what I mean? Or I remember those people, bro. Yeah, going to LSU. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, holy shit, that dude's got a But then I know exactly what you said. Once you get to college, it's a different animal because it's all the badasses in college.
And it's not even just the competition. It's just what comes with being a college athlete.
Yeah.
Like getting up every morning, like them having literally, you live on their schedule. It's other people's, like, none of that shit.
Can I say this?
None of that shit. And I'm an NCAA athlete, so NCAA chill on me.
It's crazy that you say that. Like, it's crazy this even coming up because I had to put this out there. College athletes are still students. That's what people don't realize. Like, we still had to do school on top of waking up. And so that's why, like, when people be looking at, like, when you get those scholarships, they're like, oh, yeah, like, you so lucky. Like, you ain't got to pay. I got to pay. I'm like, bro, I just signed my life away, basically. You feel what I'm saying? I'm waking up at this time doing this, and I don't got an option because my scholarship depends on that. You know what I'm saying? So I got to make sure my grade's straight, and I got to be the best player I can be so I can go to the next level. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I said I feel like it's kind of situational, but college athletes are students, bro. And I know people think we get away with some stuff, but it's just because, like, bro, it's so much stress on us.
Man, what?
But what's the difference? Like, when you get in college, what takes you to that next level? Because I went to school with people that we were talking about earlier, bro. People that are kicking ass, man. You know, people like Al, people like Donald, people like Zach or Bubba, people like Zach, people like yourself, right? What takes you to that next level?
Like,
is it just being in front of
college? Like past college?
Yeah, like you just got to be seen by the right person at the right time. Is it like that?
It's definitely opportunity. It's like that. I mean, shit, I'm transferring right now. I feel like my next school I'm gonna go to is crazy. And it's already written. Like, but we talking about this manifestation. I feel like next school I'm gonna like go to, like, I'm gonna really get busy. Like, I'm gonna do what I do, and like I'm gonna be playing like how I was on my EYBL, in high school. Like, I'm gonna be getting busy, and like it's all opportunity. It's all, like you said, right people seeing you, the right people in you. You play like your game. It's all of that, but also it's hard work. Like, a lot of these dudes, like, they let the waking up early, they let all of that stuff get to them, and like then they just want to stay out all night. Then they just want to chill too much. Like, I work. Like, I love like playing. Like, going to the gym isn't work to me like that. Like, it's like once I start dribbling the ball, it's like I'm a kid again. It's not, and maybe I may get tired, but it's fun. Like, doing the tween hezzy 10 times, it's fun. Like, I may get mad that I'm messing up, but it's fun. Like I love basketball, so I personally can never fall out of love with it. So people fall out of love with it because of all the extra stuff, all the, you know.
So it's perspective. How do you guys think perspective plays a big role in people's lives, other than, you know, basketball, business, just in life, man?
So you saying, like, how does it play a role in people, like, people not being able to see different ones?
From your opinion, I mean, obviously it does.
It definitely plays a role.
Self-explanatory question, but like for you, like, how have you seen perspective? Because at least for me, man, I don't got an example right off the top of my head, which I usually always do, but it's mainly the fact that, like, people say, like, oh, we're all like a compilation of our experiences, and we are. But in my opinion, we're not. I think we're a compilation of what we let those experiences do to us. Because like we said earlier, we can go through the same experience and get two things out of it. We can have the same business plan and have different results. And that's really what a lot of people have going on in life. Yeah. And where do you guys think that stems from?
But regardless, though, the situation is making, like, I rebuttal what you just said only because, like, regardless, the situation is what, like your reaction is because of the situation. You know what I'm trying to say?
Very true.
Like, you wouldn't have reacted a certain way if the situation didn't happen. You know what I'm trying to say? So, but I do agree with you because, in a sense, though, because it is how you react. Me and you could, and that's why when he said I'm built different, I truly am. Like folks is built, but these dudes don't go through adversity. You see it in college, bro. Like, I've been going, but my OUN out the mud. Nobody ever gave anything. I told you, I'm the only one 5th through 8th grade who playing Division I with them boys, AU, and I won the best one.
But that also could be because of experience. Like, you experienced not being the best, so now you the best, you're gonna stay the best. You feel what I'm saying? But but it's bigger than basketball though, bro. Just adversity in life, like. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, you know, dudes ain't never been through nothing you can see on the court, because when they get to college and it's a little bit of adversity, coach not messing with you, coach promise you one thing, they drop the head.
Then come, you know, they fold, bro. They don't know how to handle adversity. They don't know how to handle bad games. They don't know how to handle criticism. They don't know how to handle coach cursing them out and they still having to perform. They don't know how to handle, you know, just all of that, bro.
And they go
adversity.
through in life. Like people don't know how to handle it. Like the different failures you're gonna go through to even get through life. And I'm saying failures, but it's really lessons. But regular people will acknowledge it as a failure. But those are things that build you into you.
Literally.
It just builds you up and
Literally.
up and up and up, like regardless on any level or whatever it may be.
But that's what I'm saying. Like someone can go through something and then they can their perception can allow them to gain a negative experience. Like me and you right now, we're having this podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone could walk in here and be like, yo, what the fuck? Fuck these dudes having a podcast. I'm trying to work. Or they could be like, hey, you know what? That's cool. Maybe I'll start a podcast. Maybe I'll listen to it or whatever. And then they could turn around. Like the way you perceive a situation affects how
facts, but that would be a shitty ass mindset, and so it's like that's you live life negatively already. How could you see us? We obviously cooking something up. How could you walk in here and see this and think something negative? Even if go work in there, it's plenty more. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
so is it maybe it's not perspective? Do you think maybe
it's perspective, bro? But it's like you said, what we were talking about earlier. It's how you came up. I got people's who that's why you be seeing so many people like, and even that dude, I don't know if y'all know that dude on YouTube who be doing the like he rap, he from the hood. It's plenty of hood gospel people from the hood who smart, like all that type of stuff.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
yeah, like who see, but but it's all like, but it's all perspective of what they seen. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's all what your experiences make your perspective and makes it grow more. Perspective is only, like you said, it literally is what you've seen and what you've done. That's
but it's different when you can have that perspective and see it from that person's perspective. Like I can
that's what I do good. I feel like
you see what I'm saying. Like I can see it from how you view it, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you how I feel and how I'm gonna see the situation. So regardless, it's still gonna be from my perspective.
And that's when it comes into the and I always say, even when I'm talking to females, I say like, y'all may see me and hear me, but y'all not feeling me. Like I'm the type of person like cause like some people they don't hear you or see you. Like, or they don't feel you. I feel people like for real. That's why like if I'm giving you back, like if you ask me something, I'm gonna give you back a real, like, unbiased answer because I feel people. Like, I'm not like somebody talking about me. Like, if you was to be like, look, I looked up your stats, you transferring. You said that coach wasn't messing with you, but I looked at your stats, you weren't doing shit. Like, somebody else, I felt like in my shoe, they wouldn't take that lightly. They would be like, nah, bro, like, but you feel me? But me, I'm not on that. I'm on some.
You know what you got going on.
I feel that. But I know what I'm going on. Like, I know what I went through. I know what's happening. I know, so I don't let that, but it's all, like, you know what I'm trying to say?
So it's more of confidence in your work because you know the hours you've put in.
Yeah.
See, it's crazy because, I don't want to sound like a hater to a hater, but I feel like a lot of people who are haters, it's just not working for them. Like, I've never met a person who has something going on that's hating.
You can't hate up. I always tell people that you can't hate up. You can only hate down. Think about it.
Can't hate, man. God hate ugly. And that's not even, I don't even get there, bro. Like, I don't even get hating. I've never understood hating.
But that's because you're a winner, though. That's why you're at the level that you're at.
Nah, facts. It's just,
I'm different.
Folks be trying to tell me low-key that, like, I give too much love. Or, like people, like, for example, like, people may call that shit, like, dick riding or something like that. I don't like cursing, because I'm still, but like dick riding, like, how that's dick riding? Like, I'm just giving, bro, you don't even know how I know, bro. Just because you don't know, bro, don't mean that, like, you don't know how I know, bro. What you mean I'm dick riding, bro? I'm showing love.
I hate shit like that, man.
Love is love, man.
Yeah, like dick riding?
Folks is so ignorant, bro. And it's like, but then love is, they say that love is the most highest level of understanding. So, like, truly, like, when I say I feel people, I understand that ignorance is bliss. It's hella stuff that I be ignorant to. So when people come to me like that, I don't even react like a certain way. I'm just like, I understand that you don't know. So I'm gonna just leave you. I'm gonna just keep it. I'm gonna just,
pushing.
I'm not even finna argue with you because I know that you don't know that you sound stupid.
So let me ask you guys a question relating to that, right? A lot of people in this world, well, that's not true, but majority of the time, you can find a couple people in this world who are good people and they want to see you do good, right? But I feel like there is rarely, I mean, maybe if you have like a good parent, but sometimes not even your parents. I feel like there's few people that want to see you do good, but there really isn't many people that want to see you do better.
Yeah, that's crazy. I like to say, because I mentor a lot of different people, and for me, like one of my struggles was with the females, because it's like, man, I'm not ugly. Fuck that. I'm beautiful, but it's like, most guys, to them, they're not genuinely wanting to see them win and helping them, make money or, go to that next level. And so they get this like facade or something, like, or they fall in love with what we could be. You feel what I'm saying? They're like, oh, I actually like him. You know what I'm saying? And then it's not really what it is. They like the ideal of me. They don't like me. They just like what I come with.
Yeah,
And not
what
necessarily
I
the
come with.
materialistic things. It's like what I'm helping you with, because a guy that you want don't necessarily want that. And that's one thing that I actually struggle with along the journey of, like, not even just network marketing, it's just business as a whole. I had to learn that, like, okay, cool. She not, you know what I'm saying? I just build you up. Now you trying to, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Go deeper into that. So you think they like the idea of you, meaning that if they're in a negative mindset, they know you're gonna uplift them. If they're having problems in business,
Right.
they know you're gonna help them
And
find
it
a
ain't
solution.
true genuine like love or like.
Because
they
it's
just
love.
They like what you bring.
They're being given real
Like,
love for once. Like,
for once.
and it's not, you're not trying to be in love with them. You just, like, it's love.
Oh.
It's love. So
It's
like
love.
when they feeling
It's
that,
genuine.
when it's genuine, like when
It's
they
like
feeling
you
that, it's
got a
like,
booger in your nose. Like, hey, I love you, bro.
hey,
but you
like,
got a booger in
you
your
got a
nose.
boogie in
Nah,
like,
I'm
get that
just
shit out.
fucking-
Like, you know what I'm trying to say? No.
Like,
Nah, but like, it's a dude who not afraid to tell you just on some, like, hey, you got a booger
Oh,
in
you
your
got
nose.
something in
Like,
your
that's
teeth.
love, you know?
Yeah.
It may be embarrassing, but it's like, because I mess with you like that, I'm
Take
gonna
care
let
of
you
you.
know. Like, I'm gonna, feel me?
Oh,
It's
so
that
you're
genuineness.
saying-
It's that genuineness.
You're saying that what you've encountered is a lot of women interact with a bunch of dudes that don't want to see them doing better than them. So they
Nah.
never really help them get to that next level.
Yeah.
So then when you're helping them get to that next level, because you genuinely do with all your students that you mentor, they take it as
Yeah.
like you're kind of like
It's
into
different.
them.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't never like, for all my guys out there that don't really get girls like that and that struggle with girls, you being different is really what's gonna get you to that next level. Not necessarily you got more money, because most people think that's the key. It's you showing them something different that they haven't seen before, and I think that's what kind of separates, I guess you can say, me. And it's not necessarily I do that on purpose. And like most of what I do is out of genuine love, but that's what the facade and stuff comes into, where they like, we all guys here, the girls that you don't necessarily quote unquote love or you see yourself dating with, you kind of just mess around with, you're not genuinely doing that. You feel what I'm saying? Because you have a different mindset towards that person. And that, I think that's what's happening with a lot of girls. They having a lot of that going on, because the world changing. Real giver, bada, you know what I'm saying? All this stuff is changing now. So now it's like,
Can you fill in those blanks for me? I don't know what you're talking about.
For anyone that's not up to speed.
yeah, well, y'all go look it up. Yeah, city girls, man. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of that stuff is going on. And when somebody like me, like that just happened, you just had a breakup, and now you're trying to elevate, you're trying to boss up and be that girl or whatever. And I'm that person that's like, hey, like, oh, he's different. Oh, he actually cute. I'm like, nah.
You just actually care about.
I just
getting
actually
someone
want
to
to
the
see
next
you
level?
win, bro.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because I know, like, I can't get what I want just by taking all the time.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's really an interesting concept.
And going back to answering that question, I struggle with that in terms of just when you asked him, is it hard, like, is it crazy how, like, are you guys experiencing, like, people not trying to see you win, or like, what'd you ask?
Like, very few people, if they really care about you, they want to see you do good.
Yeah, facts.
But there's rarely anyone that wants to see you do better.
Look, yeah, facts, right? So I've more recently been struggling with that because I'm not like that at all. It could be a person on the street that I just met. Like, if I can help you in any way, bro, like, it's that, And so I'm not like that at all. So I struggle with I can see in other people for sure, but I see the good in everybody kind of around me, and I feel like to a fault, low key, like, cause I want to see everybody win. I started to realize over the past year that everybody doesn't have that same type of genuine love for you back.
Not at all.
Even if you're giving it to them. But my love, and like, that's why but my love is like this though. Like, if I rock with you, it doesn't matter how you rock with me. Like, I rock with you just off of how you make me feel. And now our relationship is gonna be depending on how you rock with me back. But that genuine love though, is there regardless if you love me back. Cause I didn't rock with you because you rock with me. Yeah, and that's how most people's love is. But mine isn't like that at all, you know?
That's why the girls' relationships be so like iffy because that's not how it is. Like I just be I ain't even cut you off, but
you good, brother.
I know I watch it. Like I study people, you feel what I'm saying? And a lot of girls do that. It's not the genuine love back. And if they ain't getting genuine love back, they all uptight about their friendship or their circle. That's why their circles they switch up so much. Exactly,
because women can give genuine love, I feel like, but they like they're good at giving it, but they want it. They want it back. Like, yeah, it's nothing wrong with wanting that back, but like you shouldn't give to get back.
Yeah.
It should be like any type of love I give, it's because you're a dope. Like, it's not because I want that shit back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even with shorties that I don't love, like that I just like shorties I just mess around with type stuff. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, they're probably cool people, and like I'm generally mess with who they are, but I don't want to be with them. But like, you know, like I generally mess with who you are. Like,
so you're gonna be a good person.
Yeah, like
So it's almost like you just want to go home at the end of the day knowing you did your part. You were a good person.
And it's like not even good, like wanting to know, but like it's just how you like once you live like that, it's just what it is. Obviously, I'm still growing and I make my faults and I'm not perfect at all. I do plenty of messed up stuff, but it's just being self-aware, like asking for forgiveness, being aware of yourself, not trying to make the same mistakes.
So this is gonna be a crazy one. It just came to me. Bear with me as I try to get it out, right? Do you guys think that people get caught up in living a certain way, having certain mindsets that are obviously wrong, that when they do get to a position where they're being taught or shown or given the right path, that seems wrong?
It's subconscious, like I said earlier, bro. It's not on purpose. It's not on purpose at all. But when you're self-aware, that's when it becomes bad because you can point it out. Like if I can point me not trying to seek some, like if I can point out good advice and me kind of deferring it, that's on me. That like when he just said like he told Shorty to call him, she called him, and he was like, bro, get off my phone, like, you know, like if he wasn't, if he didn't tell her to call him and then she called him and he was on that, it'd be different. But nah, bro, you asked for help, but let her help you. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so if you're aware, that's when it's like, bro, don't be that way. But when you're not aware, it's like you shouldn't smack somebody in the face for stuff they don't know genuinely, or
But then there's some people, man, they just don't want to learn.
Exactly.
They don't want to learn.
You don't really conversate with them too much.
Exactly. And we got to decipher them out because we don't need to be around people who don't know. And that's what I like. I said I was struggling with, and I kind of started doing and like learning, and I'm doing right now. I mean, I just be with Dez. Like now, like before, my circle was tight, but it was kind of bigger. But literally, like, I mean,
circle got to be small, man, especially like as you get older and you want to like do better and not even necessarily get older. If you want to elevate in life, like you have to tighten that circle because everyone don't think at the same level as you, and not everyone's gonna think like you.
Even if they love you, even if they love you.
Oh yeah, the loved ones.
Even if they love you, they not gonna. Yeah.
Bro, the loved ones will diminish your dreams if it doesn't make sense to them. You see
Say that again, Des?
I said your loved ones, they would diminish your dreams if it doesn't make sense to them.
One more time. Do one more time for me.
I do like this. One more time, please.
I said your loved ones will diminish your dreams if it doesn't align with them. Come on now.
And the reason they'll diminish your dreams is because you care about their opinion.
Yeah.
So their opinion affects you.
And it's because it's like, it's the love, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, say that one more time for me, my fault, bro. Because y'all spitting right now, bro, and it's like.
It's because they don't understand what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
So to them, like the problem is, man, is like I'd rather ask a random person in a forum for advice than someone I know because I care about their advice. So if they don't see the picture and they're like, it's not gonna work, it's like, damn.
It happened to me, bro. because
Talk about it.
I'm an athlete. You know, everybody's like, oh yeah, you're good. You know,
And you're on a scholarship.
you're
Or
on
you were.
scholarship. You doing good. You know, hey, yeah, I don't think I'm going back to school. What? You're not going back to school. School is how you gonna get that job and work. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, so the hardest thing for me to do I ever done in the last like 3 years of my life was to tell my mom that I wasn't going back to school. And I'm thankful for her because she never, now it's one thing she said, because the place we come from is don't sell drugs, right? And she didn't get on me too much, but it's like that pressure of like, yo, it's time to move out. It's time to get you a job and do on your own if you're gonna not go to school. You feel what I'm saying? So that is hard to do because they didn't and they didn't necessarily agree with it. They kept saying, in the meantime, like it was more so of like, when you gonna get a job, when you gonna do this, or you do all this, but they didn't understand where I was going. So I just couldn't even say nothing to them. So I just had to just kind of not be
results.
disrespectful, but respectfully disrespect.
Respectfully disrespect these motherfuckers. No,
I live by this, but I don't share my ideas. I share my results, and that's because sometimes you can't share your ideas.
I share my results. Hey, bro.
Thank
you, fam. Thank you, bro. Because that's literally what I'm sorry for cutting you off, bro. But like I said, I just transferred. I didn't announce it. I just called the coach I was coming to, and I just like, I'm ready to get busy. Like, I've been in the dungeon. When I get there, we're gonna be in the dungeon cooking up, and I'm just ready to hoop. I'm ready to come out there. Even my boy Aaron, he been working me out. He asked me, dude came in the gym like, hey, Lance, didn't you commit to blah, blah, blah? And he was like, did you post it? And Aaron was like, nah, my man been on his low-key dungeon, real grown man-ish, like, just, just getting to the work, just, and that's literally what I've been on, bro. Like, just not, because other people is like, this is the first decision I made in my life where I didn't care about what nobody else thought. It was just me. It was my most selfish decision, and I love it, bro. Because, like, everybody hit me up like, hey, why you commit so early? Or what made you go there? Like, I'm like, because I wanted to. Because, it's because I wanted to.
You know what the sad part is? A lot of times the reason being is because all people are going to do is knock your ideas down, steal your ideas.
Yeah.
Or just, they don't see it, like you said. And then that gets you to not believe in your own ideas.
Hey, motherfucker, can you one more time, bro?
Hey, man, cut me off
it's
all
funny,
day.
just because you see how ungenuine people are, bro, right?
Yeah.
So this coach, right? The coach, he recruited me when I put my name in the transfer portal, right? Cool people, bro. I'm talking on the phone. Like, when my decision, I was like, I chose the coach I chose, Coach Riley, because he been recruiting me since I was 15 years old. He gave me my first high major offer at Clemson. He been rocking with me. So he been a fan of mine. And like, he was the only one that wasn't just trying to sell me something. Even if it was something that they were trying to give me. Even if it was something that I wanted. Like, he wasn't trying to sell me nothing. Everybody else trying to sell me on something, bro. I don't want that. Just be you, dog. Like, and like, but basically what I was trying to say though, right? So when I had committed, this coach hit me up and was like, congrats, keep moving on, blah, blah, blah. He was like, but, they got all these players, blah, blah, blah.
They hit me with that.
I said,
choose them.
I was like, I just left it on Reddit, and I was like, I'm glad I didn't go there. Like, I don't want to be around people like that. Like, why would you put that little, like, you a female? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
you don't want the best for me.
You don't want the best for me, for real, bro. Why would you put that little asterisk right there? Why would you do that? Like, why would you?
You're trying to get under my skin,
You're trying to get under my skin. You're trying to give me, and we don't have them. And me make my decision. It proved me right. When he sent me that, it proved me right.
You know, it's crazy, bro. The fact that you had that mindset. When I was about to commit, I never like deleted this message. I remember, the number one JUCO in America at the time was the Garden City, right? And they wanted me to come for football, and they came to my house and everything, And he was just telling me, he trying to push me to commit, because like they were recruiting so many people. And he was like, I waited, on my decision when I felt like God told me like it's the right time to, commit. And I actually was gonna commit to them. I actually committed to them tonight. And I texted him like, yeah, I'm committing, like I'm ready to go. And he's just like, we gotta go, look for scholarships because we almost gave a scholarship away because of, they had so many people that wanted to come and they wanted to give them away. And I literally said, thanks, coach. I appreciate you. You're one of the realest ones I've talked to. I really wish I could have played for you. I was like, thanks for recruiting me, but good luck. I'll play against you. And then I committed to the school that plays against them.
Damn, just because he said that.
Yeah, like, nigga, you don't care about
me? That's everything, bro.
Yeah.
hey, when I was committing in high school, bro.
Now, this is high school.
But look, when I was committing, right, so in high school, right, I made my top 4. I made it. It was Louisville, University of Southern California, University of Miami, at University of Florida, right? I said, okay, so my first visit was Florida, my second visit was Miami, my third visit was Louisville, and USC was my last visit. I set up that way for a reason. I'm not gonna say why, but I set up that way for a reason.
I know why.
And then so I was gonna commit a week after maybe a few days after my USC visit, I was gonna commit. That's what I plan to do from like when I was like scheduling it, right? I'm just talking to 4 schools. I made the top 4. I had plenty of offers. Anybody who's following Lance Thomas's commitment journey, whatever, they know when I'm committing. I put it out there. I'm gonna commit after my last visit here. Blah blah blah. The coaches, with the coaches at Miami, they were kind of like telling. They were like, "Hey, could you push up the commitment? Because we got somebody." Bleep.
Cut.
Like,
top 3.
I visited him already.
At that point, it's like I don't even want to go.
I want who wants me. I want the most. I'm not saying that they didn't, because the dude who's recruiting me there, it was love. It was love with him. But like, I understand it's a business. But
Facts.
So do your business with him, with the person that you're,
It's a business.
It's a
Because
business.
it is a business. But I don't know if you can talk about this, but do you feel like they use the athletes as a marketing tool?
For sure, but we don't even gotta get into that. I'm still an NCAA athlete, but
Yeah.
for sure. But no, we finna get paid next year though.
Yeah, because of the
So you guys are finally college athletes are finally
but
gonna
it's
get
not
paid?
okay. We're not getting paid. It's okay. So it's gonna be like they said that we're gonna be able to benefit off our names and likeness,
like jerseys and stuff.
Yeah, like in any way. So even if
That's annoying, man.
even if we could promote even if we could host a basketball camp with our names on it, like Lance Thomas is blah blah blah, and
Oh yeah,
like,
they're making billions.
It's certain things I can't do because I'm a college athlete.
But they're making billions, bro. Especially college football.
Hey,
Shit, I ain't no college athlete.
Especially college basketball, bro. No, the NCAA tournament. You know how much money that's finna have?
That's billions.
Bro,
Right.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, if you can Google this, I think the bench player at Alabama right now on football. I know I can't speak for football because I know the statistic.
Mhm.
I think it might have went up. They're bringing in about 250,000, and that athlete gets paid zero for that. Off of that one athlete that's on the bench.
That one athlete on the bench.
Imagine the starters that's getting to the bag.
So an
is
athlete
bringing-
on the bench is worth a Richard.
A Richard Millie.
Richard.
A Richard Millie.
Hey, what Gunna say? That's how about the brain. That's how about the brain. Bitch, me playing. Bitch, me playing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's honestly sad. Honestly, how'd they pull that off? It's fucked up because it's
you sign that commitment form.
sign
You don't
that
really
letter of
read it.
intent,
You sign it
boy.
and just say, "Hey, I'm going. Let's post it on Instagram. I got some more followers." And
That's crazy.
Hey,
facts.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I witnessed. You know what? I ain't even gonna speak on that because we have a college athlete here. I ain't even gonna speak on it.
Thank you guys. I was
ain't
singing in
gonna
my
speak.
seat.
I ain't gonna speak on that.
But nah.
But the next
So-
episode, I'll talk about it.
So what's you guys'
Nah,
message?
we can speak on
man?
the type of topics though, on me, but
Like, what's your message? Like for another college athlete, for another entrepreneur, for someone who's fucking trying to, I don't know, stack cards, bro. Anything. Like, what's your message for someone to get better? Because
Just-
obviously you two are very self-aware, but a lot of people aren't.
Just what I'm gonna say, bro, be selfish with your time, fam. Be selfish with your goals. And let every opportunity of adversity, enjoy them, invite them. I'm starting to be that way. Whenever something bad happened to me, I be happy now. Cause I know that something good gonna come. Like every time you're low, bro, it's just to pull you up. And obviously it's easier said than done. But when you really start like training your mind to be that way, bro, every man is your teacher. Everything you come in life is your teacher. So you grow. People go through like life and they don't grow. Like I grow physically. I've been growing my whole life, and I've been growing mentally my whole life. Like literally, like people don't grow; they stay in the same. So just grow, bro. Like anybody, if you want to be something, just put it out there and grow, and you're gonna be it. On me.
Facts. Just even listen to that. Like the true leadership is not like a step up; it's really a step down. Like you got to step down for let people go. But my message is, for an athlete that wants to be an entrepreneur or an entrepreneur that's going through it right now, is you're at your low right now, right? and you have to learn how to ask the right questions, because a lot of people don't know how to ask the right questions and getting it to get the right answer that they need. Because a lot of people ask you, how do you make 50K? But I can tell you multiple ways to make 50K. How do you want to make 50K? You see what I'm saying? How long are you willing to wait to get the 50K? So I tell them, ask the right questions and, be yourself, because there's nothing wrong with being yourself and how you are. And I think that's kind of getting clouded with social media and people not being themselves. And, take time away from these, your devices and, your social media and stuff. And I really want to make reading cool. Like I grew up, reading wasn't cool. It wasn't the cool thing to do. You were a nerd or something to read. But really, to be honest, I know my life experience kind of helped me out a lot. And the books put me on another level.
Hey, remember what I said the other day? They said if you wanna hide something from a black man, you put it in a book.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Not facts. That's an actual quote. Like, and I said,
if you want to hide something from a black, man, from day one, my mom, she taught me how to read. Like, she told my teachers, like, nah, you could teach him all this. I'm gonna teach him how to read. I'm
gonna be honest with you. Like, reading was my lowest like thing on ACTs, like scores, everything. That's because like reading wasn't the cool thing. Me personally, I just took it upon because I loved the thing. I loved math. I was really good at that. But it's kind of funny how math was the only thing that I learned, and now where I'm at now. But that's why my goal is to actually make reading cool, because you can learn a lot of things from those books. To be honest, bro, because it'll take you to a next level. But don't get too caught up in the books, because experience gonna build you too.
So here's the thing, right? We've been going for like an hour plus, and this thing's like kind of dying. So I don't want the conversation to get cut. So I want to hit like one more point, right, before we get out of here. And I want to touch on what you guys were talking about, where you can only go as high as you've gone low. And an example I want to give, I'm not going to say myself or a friend, but I was having a conversation with someone who lost $3,000 in 1 week stock trading. And someone else that was sitting there was like devastated about it. But I was like, you know what? You got to look at it from the opposite perspective. You had $3,000 to lose. You made $3,000 plus and you had that money to lose. Instead of looking at it like, damn, I lost, you should look at it as like, I had the opportunity to lose that. Right?
No, facts.
That's a different perspective.
That's definitely a different perspective. And that's a whole part of training your mind. Now, see, me, I may not necessarily think it like that, but when I take that L, I'm going to think like, I know for sure I'm going to get that shit back. I know that's going to come back to me and then some. I know it is. I know it. And it'll always end up always, even if it's in.
Boom. So there's a first time for everything. And that was the first time I ever had the batteries die. So we're back. We were talking about, how you have to experience lows to be able to get new highs. We were talking about the stock account type of thing. But what I was trying to take that is just into you guys' personal accounts. So what are some moments that you guys have experienced really low lows and then turned out to lead you guys to big highs?
I personally would feel like my second year in entrepreneurship. You see what I'm saying? I was in Gwinnett. Anybody know what Gwinnett is? Like, not too much stuff is there. And I think I woke up one morning and my account balance says like negative like $2,000 or something. But it was from like all the subscriptions and everything, and then the fees and all of that.
What?
Yeah.
What subscriptions did you have?
I had like 5 Shopify accounts.
I
had like a whole bunch of other stuff. But they got 3 days that, you start learning this stuff. They can only charge you for 3 days. So 35 times 3. You see what I'm saying? So on top of that, another subscription came out. Like when you got the ACH on, it automatically comes out. So it hit me for another fee again. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that was a low time. But
that was a negative 2,000.
Yeah, right. Damn. And then you get a chargeback, on Shopify. So if they charge you back, they do that plus a fee. So I got like 10 chargebacks one time. It hit, like all that hit me.
Oh, because people are returning the item.
Yeah, or they didn't get it. You shipping from China and stuff, it takes a long time. So they didn't get it, so they getting their money back.
Damn.
But after that, I think I had made one of my most profitable days. I made $5,000 and they all net profit. on the same stuff, but it taught me how to maneuver through that and be down like that. And because it had me thinking different, like, okay, what can sell the most efficiently? And like, if I'm going to
You
continue
had
to
to
do
get
this,
it literally out the mud.
like
you
your
literally
back
had to.
was against the wall.
You had to.
And my account was like, well, fuck it. This account just gonna go to shit if I don't get it. But I ended up getting it out of like you said, out the mud and getting a great product.
Jesus. So wait. You used the same method and you made the $5,000 in a day?
It wasn't the same. It was the same method, but it was
different
tweaked
product
with a different product. You know what I'm saying? And it made a lot of money. And I
If you
got
don't mind
out
us
of
asking, what was that product?
It's gonna be disclosed because I'm still selling it to today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's one of them.
Ooh.
Damn.
It's a winner running. In order for me to reveal that, it's gonna be like at least like 70 bands
That's crazy.
to
So
even
it's-
talk about it.
So you're still making money off of it to this day?
Yeah, I still make money off of it to this day. Yeah.
Jesus. It's like,
It's like, yeah, so maybe somebody needs to go negative 2,000 before they can do that.
I'm confused. Is it like a product, a supplement, a service, or what is it?
I think he's trying to get the product. I said 70,000 to talk about it.
Oh, no.
Nah.
We're not gonna talk about
It's-
the product, but like what exactly?
It's two. It's a product and it's a service.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a product and it's a service. And most people use this particular product on their day-to-day life. And that's how I started thinking, like, what can I sell to help people? That's what people don't get. Help people ease up their day-to-day life. Could be a toothbrush.
No, but no. I definitely see what you mean. Like you found a product that's needed. It's not like, oh, you buy a t-shirt one time. Like, you know what I mean? You're always going to need toothpaste. You're always going to need stuff like that. Okay. So that was so what about you? Was there like a time where you didn't make the cut for something and then you ended up making the team?
Man, I feel like my whole life is like that, bro. Like, I feel like low-key guys, like, he teaching me patience. I feel like that's what my purpose is. Like, not my purpose, but just to understand patience. Like, I feel like, I can give you a few. Like, I said when I was younger, I'm the only one. Like, from 5th through 8th grade AAU, everybody I'm playing with, that's when I feel like I was down. Like, low-key, like, I feel like my love for the game was at its highest then. But, like, when it came to play, I was at my lowest, low-key. Or even when I got to high school, like, sophomore year, like, I'm on varsity, not playing.
So how do you feel looking back, though? Because now you're playing Division I, and those people aren't playing at all.
Because of who I am. I mean, I didn't realize that until I looked at the pictures. So I'm not even obviously, I had people I wrote down that I wanted to surpass, and I did. But like, I mean, when it comes to like, it feels good, but my goal was never to be better than those people. So
it's bigger than you.
It's bigger than them. Like, yeah. I just noticed that, like, damn, on some shit. But like, that never really drove me. Like, my situation at the time of not being confident, not being the best version of myself drove me, but the people didn't. You know what I'm trying to say? That I surpassed. But like, I can give you a moment on when I was down. Even at Louis, or like, last season. Last season, I was like 1 for like 15 from 3. First
in one game?
No, through the first like 10, 12 games. Then I just start lighting that shit up, dog. I'm in that bit. I'm in the gym, fool. Don't lose confidence. Keep shooting. You're a shooter. You're here for a reason. Like, you just got to stay down. That's just life. That's why I say, it's crazy you use the 2 bands as an example. Remember when I said earlier, like, even if I lose 3 bands today, like, I know I'm going to get that shit back and more. You lost 2 and you got 5.
You feel me?
You know what I'm trying to say? That's just how life works. I give so easy because I know you get what you give. If I get my man hit me up today talking about he need $10 and I got it, that's just me. I'm going to give it.
Oh, trust me,
I know
bro.
me.
I got so much money people owe me. And you're just like, well, I'm never seeing that again.
Yeah, you gonna see it again just in the form of a blessing.
I'm telling you, bro, you're gonna see it again, bro.
Hey man, I gave it hope. I gave it without even thinking about getting it back. Cause like you said, you just care. Like there's certain people, man, where you're just like, damn, like, I'm not doing any better than you, but it's like, I know that you got more on your plate. So it's like.
So I got a question for you. So you say you just give, just because you care. Like at some point, you have those people that, you got to be like, hold up. How do you go about that? I know it's definitely a different situation, but
You asking me?
yeah, I'm asking you.
See, that's why I love Des, bro, because he's like, I think you're like one of the handful of people that have asked me something. That's crazy. Or, I appreciate it. I appreciate that. So, okay, here's the thing. Honestly, bro, I got a really small circle. Not because I'm like exclusive or some shit, but because like I just don't got that much time to waste. Like I got a lot of things that I'm a part of that I got to take care of, you know? So when I do have time, I'm not associating around people that are constantly hitting me up to borrow money. You know what I mean? So like the people that are, it's like they're really in a situation. So it's like, you know what? You could give it to them not because you're hoping to get it back or any of that, just because you don't. If I got it and that helps you, like that's
Yeah. So that goes back to like having a tight circle.
I think Little Baby said this, bro. He said, God, he said when you give what you don't have, that's love. Or no, how did he say? He said some shit where he was
I know
like,
you're talking about the lyric. He was like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know
Like,
what I
I'm hearing
mean?
the song in my head.
yeah,
I know
like,
exactly what you're talking about. Nah, but literally, bro, like me and my man, Ferg, Jordan Ferguson. I've been knowing Ferg since 3rd grade. Ferg grew up in the same neighborhood as me, Snellville. But we didn't get to being close till like 5th grade, 4th grade. We probably started playing AU together. To this day, like, Ferg one of the few people I know that like, I don't like asking anybody for anything. I grew up with a single mom. Like, she's done everything on her own. So from that, I naturally like, I don't like asking people for anything, bro. You feel me? Ferg's the only person that I low-key, I mean, he's not the only person that I have asked for money or something like that for. But like, he's the only person that I feel comfortable for real, like, asking without any type of hesitation. And it's that same thing with me. Like, Ferg down, and Ferg asked me, heartbeat, he know if I have it, I'm gonna give it to me. If not, I'm gonna be like, look, bro, I don't got it, but I'm gonna try to, you know what I'm trying to say? We're gonna find a way, 'cause that's my brother. I've watched him grow. Like, I've seen I know where he come from. I know his moms, I know his situation. How could I see my brother needing 10 and not give it to him if I could give it to him? Like, that's
what
my
about
brother.
800?
Huh?
What about
If I
800?
got 800 and I'm gonna
Yeah.
give it to him,
The
I'm
money
gonna
don't
get
matter.
it.
It's
It don't matter,
concept.
bro.
It's
If
the
I got that
concept.
shit, and I'm able to give it to him, and that shit don't hurt me, like if I had 800 in my bank account, and he said he need 800, I'm like, shit, bro, I can give you 200.
Yeah.
I get 300. Like I'm gonna give with it because that's my brother. Like it's not, and it's low key that same sense of love for everybody. But obviously everybody not just be able to hit me up and get, but like shit, the right situation, I might fuck with you, bro. That's just who I am.
It's just right
It's just-
situation.
That's,
It's
why,
love,
that's
bro.
exactly why I asked that.
It's
I wanted to
love.
get that.
It's
Yeah,
love. You know, it's
because it's not about the money. It's about the
it's-
fact that you just want to help.
It's about the situation, and like it's not even me wanting to help. It's just
so funny.
it's just in me.
Then we have a conversation kind of like this, and I was just like, bro, I don't even get that because like my circle's so small.
You don't be around people who
Nah, I
be
don't
asking
even-
you for
yeah,
bread.
who
Nah,
need
fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, like, you have those other friends that be like, hey, yo, like, nah, but I'll put you on because I know that ain't the money ain't the problem. It's the actual habits.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think I was listening to something earlier today, and I think I was listening to one thing, and it was just saying like, success is determined by habits, right? And it says, most people they think that success was. I don't remember, but success is determined by habits. I don't even remember that.
Well, what do you think some of those habits are?
It just
I mean, I
depends
know
on
what
the
I think.
situation.
Consistency.
But it's just consistency,
Hard
and,
work.
dedication, and focus.
People think that it's just hard work. I know plenty of motherfuckers in the moment, they go hard as they can. But after when the moment's done, it's that. Like, no, it's consistency. How many, okay, you got up 1,000 shots today, but are you gonna get up 1,000 tomorrow?
Yeah.
1,000 the next day. You look up at the end of the week. It's 5 days. It's 7 days in a week. But you didn't. Not only did you get up 1,000, you made 1,000 shots. You made 7,000 this week. It's consistency.
Yeah. And
People
how many
don't
times you
understand
can
that.
get punched, right? You know what I'm saying? What you can take.
How many times you gonna get back up?
I mean, it's just how consistent are you, bro?
How consistent is you? How
and
persistent
that
is you?
determines I always use this example because I play sports. That's the difference between a high school, college, and professional. You get paid based on how consistent you are.
You get paid for production in the league, man.
Production.
20 points, 10 rebounds, you getting that bread.
Yeah.
I completely agree. It's all about the hours. You just put your hours in. Put your hours.
Consistency,
Not the
man.
literal hours, but like the reps.
The reps, bro.
Yeah.
Like earlier what I said to you, what I say, basketball isn't, like the work itself isn't hard because I
it's
don't
not.
mind doing 10 hezzy crossovers. That shit fun to me. I remember when I used to watch Allen Iverson highlights and then go outside and do that same move 10 times in a row. Like that's me working. I didn't know that was work. I didn't know I was playing, I didn't know I was crafting. that was just love. Like,
Kind of just gotta do what you love.
you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Do you think people aren't doing what they love? They're doing what they think will take them to.
Yeah.
People are money motivated, bro. And like, not that they shouldn't be. Don't get me wrong, but like, for example, like, I would still be trying to go to the league if it wouldn't give me like to be a millionaire. And a lot of people can't say that. A lot of like, I got people in college who I was just at school with say that. Like, yeah, I hear people say that I just want to get to the league just to be rich, or like just so that like people say like that they'll be content with just being in the league and being on the bench. Don't get me
some
wrong.
people are like content. Like if you like, it's so funny that you say it, because some people you can have conversations with certain people and they'll be like, shoot, well, just on the practice, like, you know, with football, it's like on the practice squad, you make $200,000, $400,000 a year. I'm good with that.
That ain't
like,
never been my goal. That shit
that's
weak minded.
Separated. That's
The
what's
practice
Hell
squad?
no.
Yeah, practice squad, they make about.
But that's
depending on
bread.
what team.
But what's a
nigga.
practice squad? Of course,
That's a rich human, but like that.
It's basically a real life dummy.
Bro, you know, in practice, have you played any high sports ever?
I did boxing.
Okay. So you're
Yeah,
sparring.
yeah, sparring.
You're sparring partner.
Your sparring partner, you know that one person that just get in there and spar.
He
Well,
getting
we
there.
kinda just off on each
never
other.
gonna beat you up. He's
Yeah,
never
he
gonna
never
beat you
going.
up.
He's not better than you at all. He just there for you to get better.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, the thing is you come in and you're that person for someone
exactly,
else,
but-
and then you get your ass kicked, and you're like, damn, I need to kick ass.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but yeah, like you get paid
Okay.
to be a sparring partner.
So you need a couple idiots out there so that the good guys got people to cross.
But it's not necessarily idiots. It's just they didn't make. They're not good
They're
enough.
just not as
They're not
talented,
good enough.
but they're
you know?
but they're good. But here's the
I
thing:
mean, it be dudes that's good enough, but they
considered
content. They
professionals.
content. Like I'm not saying that all practice players want to be practice players, but you got, like you said, you got to start somewhere. Like you got to start somewhere, and it's like the practice squad is just the minimum. Like,
But you're right though, because getting paid makes you professional.
Exactly.
So
But
it
the thing
doesn't-
is, what I'm trying to say is this: like, I didn't like my love for the hoops. Like, it's not cognizant of money. Obviously, money is what people want, and I love money. But like, bro, like I said, I would be doing this if I didn't. My goal is to be in the Hall. Like, I want to be in the Hall of Fame. Like, that's from when I was 8 years old, 7 years old.
You wanna leave
No
an
one
impact.
knows this, but that was me. I seen like, so I'm like, I want to, and that every morning from when I was 7 to now, I want to be in the Hall. I ask God for this all the time. Like, I work towards it, and, you know, I feel like it's gonna happen. Like, you know, and like that's what I work towards. I work to be in the Hall. Like,
It's more about the legacy for you.
and yeah, but when I was younger, I didn't know that's what it was. But yeah, that's the highest level of basketball. I want to be in the Hall. Like, I want to be, you know, that's just what I wanted to achieve. And I know that I'm gonna fall somewhere around there. And, like, to be honest with you, like, because that's what I work towards. People don't, dudes is like, and I know people who, like, people that I chill with, that I consider them to be my brother. They probably laugh at me for saying that.
Well, here's the thing, man. I don't think you will be in the Hall. I think you are already in the Hall. You just got to unravel it.
Yeah.
Because that's how I like to look at life. Like, I don't like to look at it as like, well, I hope we make it. Because hope doesn't exist, bro. Hope is the illusion to comfort yourself with the fact that you don't want to put in the work. Or at least you don't want to try. I mean,
There's a lot of people run from that. Like, you know, that's called the process. The work is the process, and a lot of people can't. They get lost up in that work and that process.
Oh, man, what?
You know what I'm saying? And people everybody write that goal down. I want to make $1 million, right? I always say, you know, people got, you know, $1 million dreams with minimum wage work ethics all the time. I say it all the time.
I like that.
You know why? They gonna, and the reason I say it like that is because it's either you want to make $1 million, but you ain't putting the work that a millionaire does. Like, I wake up at 5:30.
Because, man, people think there's some fucking secret out there. Like,
It is.
but
I
no,
can
the
tell you the
secret is
secret.
do it.
Exactly.
The secret is get up and actually do it.
Just, you know, you just gotta take that first step, to be honest. And that first step leads to another step and another step. You might have to take 6 steps back, but are you gonna still take the 7 forward to be ahead? You know what I'm saying? Like, people, they can't withhold that, and that's all mentally. And like I said, like, for me,
Adversity, man. Like I was saying.
yeah, it's really
Folks
what it
don't know,
is. But
folks, you can tell folks in there been through nothing. That's why you see, like, that's why even it's not, but like America literally makes millions and billions off of Black people's tragic stories, tragic lives. They make billions off of trauma. I heard say that my man, damn, what's his name again? Little Big Fish Theory. My man, he rap. He from West Coast. I'm tripping right now.
I was about to say Blast. Shout out to him. He coming up.
Nah. It's coming to me. Not Earl Sweatshirt, but he on them lines. He
Oh, he
not in our future, but he from the West Coast. But
Don Tolliver?
Huh?
Don Tolliver?
No, type shit though. That's my man's, but he basically was. I remember it's an interview and it's viral, and he was like how America like literally capitalizes off trauma, off Black people's trauma. Like that's literally what, like people, it's like the trauma you see that people who've been going through, like Jay-Z is a perfect example. I know I hate to use Jay-Z, but plenty of people like Jay-Z, LeBron, when you go through adversity your whole life, it makes other things
so much easier.
because you know that it's just adversity. It's just a moment. Like this moment isn't forever. And it's like, and it's easier said than done, but when you actually been through them shits, bro, like it makes the other moments, like you like, even though you getting hit in the face, you like, bro, no, I'm gonna get through this. It's just pain, it's just temporary. People say these things, but like when you actually been through them, like
it's different.
It's different.
It's like, because like I see a lot of people, every day they post a lot of like quotes, and I can resonate with a lot of those quotes because I've been through the situation. But I think they just posting quotes because it's cute and it's good content to have. You feel what I'm saying? But
and
they're just
want to
signaling
be
other
on
people,
that.
bro. They want to seem involved. They want to seem like they're on the same page.
Yeah.
And some people actually want to be able to relate to that, and they just can't. And only experiences in life can teach you, like, and make you go through them certain type of things. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's just like,
Can we pull it up a little bit so it's in front of you?
my phone.
Hell yeah, perfect.
Nah, yeah, like it's just those experiences, bro. Like the experiences make these people, and just make the journey, and
But
the
that goes back to
adversity.
what we were talking about, though. Is it the experience, or is it what you take from it? Because I really don't think it is, man. Like, I really don't think it's the experience. Like, I think it's what you take from the experience. Like, bro, there have been so many moments that I've shared with people that I was like changed by them, and they just weren't affected. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So what is that?
If they were to go to that same experience that you went through, you just telling them. But if they were to go through it, it wouldn't be the same. It would move them differently. It would move them differently than you, and not that because it did, like, not changing is something, like.
Yeah.
Being stagnant is something, bro. Like people who are like that,
They don't see it like that though.
But it is. That's why they can't grow. They're digressing. Like when you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards, bro. You know how you said you went through something, you're trying to share it with somebody, and they're like, nah, or like they just can't feel that, I guess.
Yeah.
It's because I'm not saying that they don't want to. They're not. For example, my cousin.
They're not in flow state, really.
They're not in flow state. My cousin, he a 7-day Adventist. He been getting right with God. Like he's trying to be a priest, a pastor. He been reading the Bible, all type of stuff. He told me the other day, he was like, yeah, bro, like I've been talking to God. And I was like, for real? And he was like, no, like I've been talking to God. He talked to me back. Like I talked to him, he talks to me. And I was like, for real? He was just telling me how. And he was like, I wouldn't be sharing this with you if you were somebody who I know is a non-believer and who wouldn't, like, because he was like, you just got to focus and you're going to hear him. He was like, if you really want to, you're going to hear him. You have to be in that flow state. Like I've tried, I mean, I haven't heard him yet, but I know I'm going to hear him. But, because my cousin, he told me, and I know from my personal experiences that I'm going to hear him. Eventually, like, I mean, I haven't tried in a minute, but like when I keep trying, I know I'm gonna hear him. And it's like people don't be in that state to, like you said, your man's like, I mean, I don't know if your man, but you just, hey, I experienced this, blah, 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 blah. Nah, I'm cool off that. That didn't move me like that.
Yeah.
They're not in the same mindset to be open.
They're not open to receive?
Everybody's not a learner, bro. I got people I love who I try to give them, even on the court, like, hey, bro, don't jab right, go this way, blah, 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 blah. Everybody's not a learner. Everybody's not willing to.
They ain't gonna perceive it and get it like you did. It's almost when I recommend all the books and stuff, it's like, it hit me different. Like, I always say Rich Dad Poor Dad. Like, it hits me different, but I can only tell you from my perspective on how it really hits. Now, I'm gonna give you the quote unquote sauce of the book or the knowledge. Now, it might hit you different. You might become like you said, we can do the same thing and get different results. You might become a billionaire. I might still just be a multimillionaire.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? That information is what you needed to take you to the next level. So that's why I always share it with people, because it's like I listened to an audio with somebody and I heard something totally different than them, and I was speaking on it. And they looked at me crazy because it's like they were sitting there next to me. They didn't get what I just got from it. And it hit my mind a little different. And I processed it differently.
Yeah. Like it's all,
I think people don't believe in themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
Say it again?
I just think people don't believe in themselves.
No, that's a fact. I mean, that's a fact,
I think
bro.
they think they do. Like what I mean by that is like everyone wants to, like, let's say fuck money, bro. Everyone just wants to be successful. They want to achieve whatever their idea of success is, whether that's money, whether that's a relationship, whether that's status, whatever it is. They want to be successful. And they think that, you know what? I don't know what I want to do to get there, but I'm going to get there because I'm the one, right? But it's like, you don't actually believe in yourself.
That's facts.
You just want that. Because there's a difference between wanting something and believing that is your given right. Like, you know what I mean?
Bro,
like,
that's
weird.
even with, but sports is a perfect example for that.
Yes.
Everybody you see that really hooping, that's like that gets to them next levels, it's that ultimate belief that this nigga isn't better than me. I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be in the league. I'm supposed to be at. It don't matter. And like, people say, like, even me, I'm a perfect example. Like I said, I'm the only one. But I didn't believe in myself back then. I'm just now coming into my realize. Even when I started getting scholarship offers, it was still hesitancy. Like, I wasn't all the way believing in my game and myself. I'm at a point to where I really believe in myself. Like, wherever I go, I don't think anybody gonna be better than me, and I'm gonna prove it to them. I'm gonna prove it, I'm gonna prove it to everybody. Like, I'm one of them. Like, and if that's not your mindset, like, it's tough to get that, bro. Like, because people don't work like it, for one. People don't believe in that, for two, because they don't work like it. And three, like you said, like, I want to be in a hall. Everybody don't got that kind of, like, mentality.
They just want to make it.
They just want to make it.
And
like,
average.
They want to be average, you know what I'm saying? It's people who just making it kind of gives them that kind of push, and they get there and then they lose it, Like, bro, like, it's a reason why it's like 2%, 1%ers in this world that are different. It's because everybody just not built like that, bro.
You
like,
gotta think. Most people don't think big. They think just enough.
Exactly, like that belief in yourself and oneself. How could I not? I told myself at 7 I wanted to be in the Hall of Fame, and I worked like it. I'd be damned if I, just because of some adversity I've been going through, that it's, bro, come on, bro.
So I got a question for you on, it's people out there that's like you that believe in themselves like that, but to be honest, that ain't them. So like, they get to the end and like, and I know that you ain't about to go to no league. That's not you, but I like your work ethic. How do you, like,
self-awareness?
Damn, dude, that is deep.
It's self-awareness, bro.
So
it's
but I'm saying, like, what would you say for the people that's like actually going through that? I don't, not diminishing.
No,
people's
I got
dreams
you. I got you. Shit, really, bro. It's all in oneself, bro. First of all, you're supposed to surround yourself with people who will hold you accountable, bro. And no matter if you like it or not, like, whether I like it or not, like, he gonna hold me accountable, like, whether I want it or not, and anything, and vice versa. Like, you gotta, but to do that, you gotta be aware of yourself. Like, I may love this, for example, even with like basketball, women, all this type of stuff. I may love this, bro, but if I'm not growing off of this, if it's starting to hurt me, I gotta put it down. I gotta put the pill down. I gotta put the rock down. I gotta stop hooping. It's just, but that's not me. But like you were like, just to the ones out there that I'm not telling y'all to stop doing what y'all doing. Maybe it's a different route in the same type of,
It's like a sign.
You know what I'm trying to say? It's all yourself, man. Just ask God. God, show me a sign. Show me why. Show me if what I'm doing is for me or not. Like, and you'll get them signs.
You'll get them signs.
And set up multiple paths. Like for example, I'll speak on my own situation. Like, I'm not over here. Like obviously, I would love to be able to just do the podcast all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be able to monetize it. Be able to, but the thing is I'm not there yet, and I know that. But I'm willing to put in the work to get there. So what, am I just gonna sit around until then? Hell no. I got hella other shit going on the side. Other shit that I'm working on. Shit to take me to my dreams financially. Shit to take me to my dreams with relations. Shit to help me grow what I'm trying to do now.
That boy sound like the plug.
What's up?
Wait, what? Facts. You definitely sound like the plug.
Sound like the plug?
Yeah, I'm just messing with you, bro.
Yeah, man. If I was a plug, I'd be the best plug. I show up on time, 5 minutes early. I'm waiting for you, to be honest. That's why I couldn't.
Crazy.
That's why I could never be a plug, bro, because I'm too efficient. I'm too I'm like above plug.
Oh, so he got the dispensary.
I'd be no. Yeah. I'd be the dispensary.
I don't talk about them type of things. I don't live that type of lifestyle.
Me neither, man. That's why it's like sometimes I don't even really.
Nah, facts.
Nah, bro. So Charbel, I always say this. I don't know what your definition of success is. But I love to hear everyone like experiences and things on that. So what do you define as success?
What I define,
Because you asked me this question.
I
on
have.
the last one.
I have. What I define as success is to the day that I die, right? To the day that I take my last breath, I want to constantly get better at the things I'm a part of. Now, I don't play sports. I can't do e-commerce and do everybody, like, we're limited on time. So you can only pick certain things that you want to involve yourself with. So my definition of success, bro, is continuing to constantly grow. The second you don't grow, the second a year passes by and you haven't made more money, even if that's $5, bro, you came up on $5, that's $500,000, whatever it is, as long as you're constantly growing. Because if your life isn't constantly growing, then you're not successful to me. But even if you're constantly growing and you might not, in the eyes of other people, have the amount of money or the amount of status or the amount of fame or whatever the fuck people are shooting for, they'll be like, oh no, he's not successful. But if that person is doing better than that the last year and the year before that and the year before that and the year before that, I look at that as a successful person.
Me and you are similar in that way, bro. I don't, even with these,
Sorry to cut you off, but because if you leave that person and you come back in 10 years, they're up.
They're up.
Versus someone who's successful.
Say it again, they're up.
But you come back and they're just at the same level. Like, what have you been doing all this time?
The slow grind.
So my definition of success is constant progress. The second I'm not consistently progressing in all categories, finance, networking, everything, my relationships. If I'm not, then I'm ass. I'm ass, and I got to restructure my game plan. But guess what? That hasn't happened. So,
bro, we're just
I
saying.
feel successful.
Hey, he said Drake. He said I gotta watch to tell when it's crunch time, but I never let it get to that time.
Yeah, right. No, I never let it get to that one time or some shit. That shit was hard.
Yeah, he said I never let it come to that.
Bro,
one time.
it's crazy you said that, because but with this hoop stuff, like I told you, I keep referring back to being that one player over 3 years. I mean, who, like, I look back, even just this hoop world, not even just those particular players, just this hoop world, it's hella players I play with who aren't D1 or who aren't in the league yet or who aren't. I got players who are in the league that I've grew up with, so I'm not where I want to be, but like I don't judge. And for athletes especially, and as you know, athletes are some of the most judgmental people in the world, bro. Like they always got something to say about somebody else. They always judging one, like bro, like just because he not here doesn't mean he not progressing. Like I remember when Cuz was playing rec ball with us. What you mean? He's in school for free, hooping. He getting better. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
but that's the thing. There's people, bro, that stay playing rec for 20 years, and I don't think that person's successful.
No.
Now, if that person started their own rec team or built a team and like anything, man. Like the problem is, bro, is I'm just tired of seeing people complain and like do nothing about it. Because I don't complain. Well, actually, I do complain, but I complain.
Stuff. Be proactive.
Yeah, I complain because I'm doing shit. So I'm like, okay, well, how can I make this better? How can I make this better? But I mean, I
think it's also where you focus your attention. Like me hearing you say that, like I feel what you're saying because you're speaking for the people. Like if you get on social media or whatever, but it's like for me, I don't even see that because it's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like your posture and where you going.
But what do you mean by that? What do you see?
The people who want to do better or people who's going to do better or who's already doing better. It's kind of like I don't really follow too many people on social media. Actually, if it's up to me, if I could just do it and Instagram wasn't tweaking, I would not follow anybody. I'll probably follow like 3 people. You feel what I'm saying? Or only the people that has what I want. Huh?
Would that be somebody you follow?
Nah, I wouldn't even. Nah, yeah, I would follow my friends. Nah, I follow my bros, but
what if it's people you care about? Like, what if it's not people you went to high school with or people you met and that are on social media?
The ones I care about and they not on what I'm on?
People that are in your life, bro. People that are like your family.
But they're in my life, they got my number.
No, but you don't understand what I'm saying. Like, what about when you see them?
Oh,
not progressing
complaining and stuff?
Not progressing, but they're like, Dad's like, how can I get like you? How can I? And you're telling them, bro.
Oh, yeah,
you're fucking telling them and they're not doing it.
They said you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink it. I'm going to lead them to the water, but if they don't drink it, that's on them.
Yeah, after a while, doesn't it frustrate you?
Nah, don't get mad with me because I lit myself on fire for them to come watch me burn. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm lit, and they want to be lit like me. You got to go through the things that I didn't do. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, the thing for me, man, is it bothers me because, like, it's always the people you care about the most, bro, that are just like, what the fuck? Like you can't, and I don't have enough time and effort to hold people's hand.
That's what I'm saying. You got to just get outside of that for real. And like I said, light yourself on fire. And you have to come to realization that certain people just not going to change. And that's just the way that they are. Like I said, the people in Mississippi, like some people ain't never went from there, and they only know what they know, and they never going to change, even though they know. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, my mom, for the first time, she's just now starting to get out of her comfort zone, like, got on the plane. We used to hear planes are bad, planes are scary, because that's what we see on the TVs and stuff. But I don't think, like, if we're gonna drive from here to California rather than fly, because they're scared to get on planes.
That's a bitch of a drive.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, and I know somebody in my family still to this day that will never step a foot on the plane. But it just like, it goes back to the experiences. It's just like, you're just not gonna change.
You're not gonna change.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
So all thing you could do is like, hey, I can tell you about my experience and hope you live through me. And if that moves you, you might mess around and step on that plane. Cause I really think that's what it was. Like, my mom actually got on the plane. I was confused, like, oh yeah. Now you see, like, anything over 4 hours, we're not driving. 4 hours, I can go from here to Vegas, here to California type thing. So it's just like,
I feel you.
yeah. So it goes back to that. Just light yourself on fire and let people watch you burn. And you ain't even gonna see that. You gonna, like, sometimes you'll sit down and be like, damn, I wouldn't want to be him. Wouldn't let that happen to me. You know what I'm saying?
Wouldn't happen to me, no. Wouldn't happen to me,
I
no.
hate to be where you at. You know, you can only, you can stick it out and say, hey, I got this, da-da-da-da. Give them a task, small task. They don't do it, guess what? They wasting your time.
Yeah. Damn.
That's just simple.
Well, hey, we've been going for like an hour and 45. Before we get out of here, do you guys got anything that you want to touch on specifically?
I got a question for you, bro.
Oh yeah, talk to me.
What did it take for you to, like, lock in on what you wanted to do and actually, like, taking the first, because everybody talks about taking that first step towards success, but what's some adversity you face? Like, cause it be like, for example, like, I want to start a record label, and I've been kind of working towards that. I've been going to the studio with my mans. I've been writing. I make beats. I've been saving money to get my equipment for my producing stuff. But, like, it's so much stuff that even I face on my journey to doing that. And it's like, I can see why somebody who isn't as driven as me can want to do this, because they love music, but then it's like, bro, I got to do all that. I got to get an LLC. I got to do, what the fuck is this? Like what, basically I'm trying to ask you, like, what adversity have you faced? And how can you tell people to like, chase their dreams through adversity?
In what direction though? Like my personal life or like the podcast?
And just any dreams and goals you have in life, period, whether it be the podcast or just personally.
To be honest with you, man, you want me to tell you what the truth is? I just recently, like last year, this isn't like for my whole life, but this is what's gotten me to be on fire like the last like year and almost 2 years. And I've done a fuck ton in that time, which is in business and start the pod and just so many other things. But to be honest with you, man, I was really comfortable, not in my life, but comfortable with the fact that like I have time. But then my best friend and college roommate, he died unexpectedly. And maybe like 2 months before that, another one of my best friends got diagnosed with stage 4. And you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it shifted my mindset about life because it made me realize, bro, like just being at a funeral, bro, like strolling like one of your brothers down the fucking aisle, bro, in a casket, it makes you realize that people are really walking around here cocky as hell, thinking they got 80 years, 60 years, 40 years, bro. 40 years?
You're like,
19. Oh, I'll do that when I'm 30. 30 years? Do you know how long that is? Why do you think that you deserve 80 years on this earth, bro? My best friend died at 20. He died at 20 years old. And like,
I was a solid dude too.
It shifted my mindset, bro, because it just made me realize like I don't got the time that I think I have. I could die tonight on the way home.
That's crazy. Because they say like, the man has 2 lives and, you start living the second one when we realize he only have one.
It's honestly, that might be one of the most realest quotes because
Yeah.
dead ass, bro, there are some people that are so comfortable.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, I got a Roth IRA. I'll work 35 years. And then when I'm 65, I'll retire. Then
Yeah.
I'll, bro,
Motherfucker
what?
died 35.
65? Do you know how long that is? Bro, I'm 22 right now. 44. That's double my life. That seems like an eternity to me. I don't like,
No, facts. That shit forever from now.
who knows I'm gonna get that? I gotta do things today. Like, bro, when I started the podcast, I had pretty shitty equipment. I didn't have the money to go drop on fucking equipment, but guess what? I still did it. I wasn't like, oh, well, until I can have a Joe Rogan setup, I can't have a podcast. Like, no, I got out there and did it. Even in certain business ventures I've taken, it's like, damn, okay, maybe we can't scale to that level because we don't have funding, but we'll start here and we'll turn that into 2,000 and 4,000. And then, it's like, I don't know, man. People think that like, it's like this one video I saw where it's like this lion's waiting and the gazelles, they're running by and he's waiting.
Oh,
he's waiting.
yeah.
You know what I'm talking
And
about?
the motherfucker like me come on and jump on it.
It was Dan Pena's video. And then another lion
love
just
that, man.
fucking comes and gets the motherfucker. And it's just like,
He
that's how you gotta
crazy.
be, bro. Because you're not promised another day. Like you
That
don't.
is true. You gotta wake up and be thankful for it and grateful for it. But it's like when Wi-Fi money or I make money from my laptop, right? I didn't have a laptop when I started. I used the library's laptop. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like,
But
man,
that's so beautiful, bro.
you feel what I'm saying? I made enough money, bought a laptop. It was just a Google Chrome. You already know. And then I bought a MacBook. And I might buy a new one now, but I don't like spending money on equipment like that, to be honest. Just because of what happened in the past. I think I'm scarred from them. Like, well, I need it. I can do this. You feel me? I can get cameras to record a podcast or do my videos, but shit, I got an iPhone 12. You know what I'm saying?
Might as well be the nicest Canon. Like,
You see what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. I don't think that life is about, like, this is gonna sound really weird, but I don't think life is about getting it right. Like, I don't think we're here to like feel fulfilled. I think we're just here to experience. You see what I mean? Like the richest person in the world, bro, they're not happy. They're not. Why? Because they're gonna die. Their loved ones are gonna die. They're gonna lose. Everybody experiences, like, I don't know, man. I don't think being a human being on this earth, I don't think there is a winning situation. Like, I don't think, like, to think that like I made it, there's never a make it.
Do you think that do you think that the American dream is a facade?
That's some bullshit.
I don't think it's a facade because America has been one of the places that, like, you know what I mean?
But I'm talking about the American dream itself, because you just said, I'm basing that question off of what you just said. You just said you don't feel like there's a winning way of life. There isn't a winning path, because I agree with that. That's why I'm asking this question. Do you think that the American dream is a facade?
It is, and the reason I think it is, and it's gonna sound fucked up, is because the American dream, bro, it was designed to make a shit ton of money for people like us. People that realize that you're not gonna get to some level that you think you are. So what can you do? You can fool a bunch of other people into thinking they are, and then that's what corporations are, bro. You got a bunch of people working towards someone else's dream.
Hey, stop that, man. I got a corporation.
What? You got a corporation?
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming along.
All right, well, you know what, man? Every single person that works for that corporation is gonna be working for your dream, not theirs.
I know. That's the purpose of the
Shout
job.
out BAM Records.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the facade, bro.
That's the purpose of a job, is to suck the life out of you so you can forget about your dreams.
Exactly. And that's why they're trying to get rid of cash. That's why they're trying to phase out small business. That's why they're trying to do so many things, because then you have to just fall into the system. I mean, obviously you don't, but they want to make it harder, man. That's why there's so many fucking fees when you're trying to start a new business, when you're trying to get an LLC, when you're trying to do all this shit. There's so many regulations and rules and code, because they want to make it hard. Because you can always just go back to the easy path. You can just get a job.
And it's crazy you said it. I think I read that in Credit King or some credit book. And they make that so hard to get or know that you can delete stuff from your credit. You ain't got to pay certain things back, just so people that are lazy, that don't go through adversity, they don't understand that, you have to go through all this to do that. You know what I mean? So they do all that to keep them in the loop. Like maybe I got this, but I didn't get this. I'll wait another couple years to get this. And then by that time, they made a couple million off of you.
Yeah. So I don't think the American dream is completely a facade. I think the American dream is realizing there's no American dream, and you just got to fucking make it happen.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, the dream is your dream.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? The dream is your dream, and when you realize and you actually like lock in on your dream, that's when you gonna start to realize things, and you're gonna go hard because people will trick you out of your dream. They'll trick you out of your dream.
What?
But it sounds fucked up though.
It's fucked up because they think the dream is the dream that we're talking about, the American dream. So they're gonna trick you out of your dream. But when you like self-aware and you know the dream, your dream is the only dream that you can live.
Yours.
It's yours to keep. You know what I'm saying? That's when I guess you can say successful, or you know what I'm saying. You can be the broke. It's been plenty of times I've been in a room where I knew for a fact in my bank account it wasn't no money. They tell me they got $5, $10, $3,000, $500. I'm negative. And I felt richer than them.
Because of the way you carry yourself.
And anybody, you know what I'm saying? It's how I was thinking. I'm like, you broke. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. You broke.
Yeah, that's how I
that shit's
feel.
gonna leave you soon.
That's how I feel after this whole COVID shit, bro. People got unemployment and stimulus, and they're like, you think they're a financial analyst now.
Good.
People buy, dude. It's hilarious, man. People buy Bitcoin for the first time. They're a financial analyst. They're speculating.
All that stuff is
speculating currencies and shit. It's like, dude, just calm down. You know, just chill out. Like,
I'm glad they got a boost though. You know what I'm saying? They
I'm
think
so
about the program.
Hey, man, I'm glad people are up. I just want to see people up. I just like, you know what I mean? Like, do something with it.
How do you feel about? I have another question for you, because you're touching on topics that I just. How do you feel about Trump because of this right here? I feel like a lot of people don't know, for real. Trump, the reason why a lot of black people touch their first band, nigga. Touched a band. Like, my first time touching a band, I graduated high school, my aunt, he was like, I'm gonna give you your first band in cash, because you're gonna be touching plenty of this, but I want to give you your first. Trump is the reason why a lot of people, like, their first.
You're talking about like stimulus type thing, or what do you mean?
Yes, like that stimulus, like.
I mean, here's the thing. I think Trump's an asshole, just because I know that like he there's been plenty of times where he didn't pay workers because they were undocumented, which is really fucked up, because you can do that. You can be like, fuck you. You don't have papers. I'm not paying you. I don't have to. But you're just a piece of shit for doing that. But I think it's great. I mean, shit, give people the fucking money, dude. What the hell? I got a virus. Like, the least you can do is give me a band. What the hell? Give me 2 bands. What are you talking about? Bro, what is a band? What is that? That's nothing. That's not even half of your rent here.
Facts.
Fuck that rent.
So it's like, bro, it's crazy to me that now they can bust out all these trillions of dollars. And I want to go ahead and just state that this is not my idea. I heard this on different podcasts. But they can bust out all this fucking money out of nowhere. But it's like, what about all these fucking communities that have been impoverished for years, bro? Where's a couple $1 trillion relief packages?
Bro, you giving niggas bands
when you need them.
To put these projects, get bands to these,
right?
To
like we
project homes. Fool.
Yeah.
Like, we can bail out real estate over and over and over. We can bail out all these corporations over and over because, yeah, you know, we need them. I get it. People got jobs, they have pensions, 401ks, whatever the fuck. But it's like, dude, I don't know, man. Like, if money really doesn't matter and we're just pulling shit out of thin air, like, dude, we got broken communities, bro. Bankhead is right there, bro. Right there. I'm literally pointing, like, bro, 5 miles in that direction. People are struggling right now.
Facts. You can see it. I can see the light in the gas station that you're talking about.
And you know what the crazy part is?
I don't know if you ever been over there with that crystals and
West
stuff.
Side, nigga. Yeah.
Oh, you know about West Side.
Martin Luther King.
I thought that boy was from Gwinnett, boy.
Bro,
you
all
know
I'm
where I'm from.
saying is,
No.
right there, 5 miles.
No, 2 fingers in the thumb, nigga.
5 miles, straight poverty. Then you can go 5 miles and you're in Buckhead, Rolls Royce, Lamborghini, Bentleys, all that shit. So it's like, I just think that, you know, we live in a world, man, where it's just like, I get it. Like, it is a doggy dog world. You got to get it how you live. But at the same time, like, fuck, bro.
We weren't meant to like live and struggle.
It
like,
took a pandemic
like,
for them to give people money. Like, fuck, dude. Like, people need help, man. People, dude, there's single moms with 3, 4, 5 kids. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
how do you feel about this right here? My man
right.
J. Cole said this. J. Cole said, actually, I'm gonna get back to this. If you have a question for him, ask him.
Okay. So Charbel,
This is great. I've never had people ask me questions.
I know. I like picking your brain, man. I like picking your brain. But my question is, it goes back to since our last podcast, the things we talked about with the selling courses and stuff. What have you implemented since then? Because remember we was talking about those type of people. We tell them something, and he's like, "Bro, I'm gonna look that up. They'll never do it."
What do you mean?
Like if I were to tell somebody, give someone advice or say something they should do, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it," and they never do it. So it's one thing that you did or learned from the last podcast that we did.
You know what I did? I went back and finished that book. Because I only did like 60, 70% of it. And I was like, I'm going to go finish it. And the thing is I already knew how it ended, but like actually finishing it, I just felt good. That's probably one of the main things I've done from our podcast.
Oh, yeah. Because like people...
And I've just been reading a lot more just because you and Will just been putting me onto the whole reading wave.
I want to make reading cool because it's like...
I mean, dude.
You ain't got to be in the black... I don't even like saying being in the black community or anything like that. Like, if you go to high school right now, reading is not the cool thing to do.
Not at all.
It's just not.
Yeah. But it's okay because everything has stages, man. And high school to me is a huge social experiment. You try out different fashion styles. You try out different friend groups. You talk to different girls. You meet different people. You get fucked over. You might unintentionally fuck people over, maybe intentionally, whatever it is. It's just a big experiment. Now, if you leave high school and like that was the best you did, then you peaked. And it's not like we're saying that in a way that like, oh, like, you know, it's over for you, but it's like, you got to realize that like, hey, like that was that. I got to move on and get better and get better.
So for those people who didn't peak or that was their actual peak, how do you feel? I ain't gonna say how do you feel about it. How do you resonate with those people from seeing it from a different perspective?
Look, I could say right now, I don't resonate with those people. I'm different, right? But I'm not. But I'm not gonna do that.
That man 50 Cent said, "Remember him, damn homie, in high school, you was the
man,
homie."
I mean, to be honest with you, bro, I know a lot of people that were the man in high school. But the thing is like, that's great. Like, I'm glad that they must have needed that experience in their life, but they clearly didn't do the right shit with it. Because like, I mean, bro, I'm not really one that ever really cared about like popularity and shit. But like, if you did happen to be a socially accepted person, then you know what? You should have high emotional intelligence, and you should be able to incorporate that in business, in relationships, and get far. Like, I don't know, man. I just think that like it goes back to the experiences thing. Like it's not about the experience; it's what you get from it. Like, bro, you could go into. We could talk about women, for example, right? I love
this subject right here.
You could go into a room.
Hey, before the question came to me, my fault. Keep this thought in your head.
Okay.
I had a question. This J. Cole said he was like all right. He was like, now listen, I understand they say you make your own bed, but tell me who supplied these sheets with this cheap ass thread. Do you agree with that? Like, do you think that, and this is for you too, Des, because you're an entrepreneur. And like you said, you've had people in your life who you feel like you had to light yourself on fire so people can see. Like, do you feel like people, like black people, or it don't gotta just be black, but just, I say black because, man, fuck that. Black people, do you feel like black people do it to themselves or are given, like we starting off this race backwards, or do you feel like we starting off at the same and then they black people
amongst who?
Well, here's the thing.
Compared to white people, Asian, and like just society.
You always gonna play from the back.
Okay.
You always
what about you? What do you think?
I mean, here's the thing. I personally can't speak on that, but what I can say is that every single person can change in a heartbeat, bro.
But my question is this though, bro, and I feel like you can. It's not even like this. It's not racist to speak on it. I mean, you got black friends. You grew up around black people, like, you know what I'm trying to say. So like, I mean, you've seen people live their lives a certain way, good or bad. But my question really is like, do y'all feel like J. Cole said, he said, like, who the fuck supplied these sheets with this cheap ass thread? I grew up people always saying and just but like especially in schools and stuff like that, everybody starts off on the same. Even in school, like
Oh yeah, no, you don't. You don't.
you don't.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
But me and my
I
mans,
think- I think
me and my
what-
mans, look, me and my same mans who well not from kindergarten, but like shit, like people who grew up in Gwinnett, for real, in the South.
That's what I was about to say.
I got people who don't grew up on the North, like, but not Gwinnett, but the North.
Good.
The North. You know what I'm trying to say when I say the North. You know what I'm trying to say. Who grew up on the North for real, and they going to school with the same rich white people, but he not going back home to the same thing. But school wise, they got the same advantage.
Yeah.
They start off in the same kindergarten class.
But that was me though. That was literally me.
So what made
Here, pull the mic up a little.
my fault? What like
Yeah, you can pull it up to you.
facts, dude? So like, do y'all think that is? So y'all, why do y'all feel like black folks should start off in like behind?
Because it's generational, bro.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna tell you the story. In the 4 agreements, right? The lady, you know, she was cooking a turkey for Thanksgiving, right? And her husband asked her, like, she should cut the end off the turkey, right? And he asked her, he said, why are you cutting the end off the turkey? She said, I don't know. That's the way my mom taught me, right? And they waited to Christmas and asked her mom, and there was, for some reason, they was eating turkey again. But I just thought about it. But she asked her, like, you know, why do you cut the turkey off? She said, oh, no, that's the way my mom taught me. And fortunate enough, her mother's mother was still alive, and they asked her, and she was just like, I was too poor to actually afford a bigger pan. And that goes from generation to generation. But like in the black community, if you're gonna talk about the black community or even, you know, minorities as a whole.
That's really what I want to say. I'm only saying black because, you know, I'm black and I grew up around, but like it's really minorities in the whole. Yeah. That's what I speak from, and that's who I speak for when I speak on that type of topic. Yeah.
So like minorities as a whole, it's like, you know, they not teaching us about credit. Our parents, they never had credit, or we started from the bottom. And it goes generation to generation. It gets better over time. Like you went from the Bronx to Gwinnett. You went to the Bronx to Gwinnett. Now your mother, like you know what I'm saying, your mother's mother could have stayed where she was at and stayed with that thing, but it elevates. So now your generation, now it's up to you to
further their education and their knowledge.
Yeah. So now, because they're gonna look back on what we doing. They're gonna look back on what we doing. It's like, bro, like, what the fuck were they doing? You know what I mean?
But you gotta remember, it kind of goes back to what I was trying to say about like when I realized like, oh shit, like who knows how long you got, right? Dude, you only got one lifetime, bro. So it's like you can only do so much. And don't get me wrong, there's a Jeff Bezos, there's a Elon Musk, whatever. But majority of the time is what you said, or I think you said, I forget, but it's generational. Like, bro, even this is just a statistic I learned, right? Only, I think it was like 30% of multimillionaires inherited something.
That's crazy.
Most of them are self-made. So a lot of the people, like, they live a better quality of life.
I feel like that's cap. I feel like that's cap.
No, because they live a better quality of life. Because think about it. Maybe their whole life they live a better quality of life. They don't have to struggle about money. They get a car when they turn 16, brand new. They don't got to pay for any bills. But that also cripples you. Because now you have no drive, not because you don't, but because you don't need to. So it's kind of like generationally, like, bro, even if someone was born into this world,
I get it. You can finish what you're saying. I got it now.
No, like I definitely get what you mean. It's definitely like I definitely get it, but it's still that like it's that sense of like, for example, bro, like the other day when I met Ahmad, that's I've met millionaires, but on some hoop shit, bro. I've never met a millionaire that didn't hoop.
Oh, dang. That's
like
crazy.
I never,
I've never met a millionaire that hoops.
Like exactly. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I've never met anybody that's touched the M before that didn't do some type of entertainment. And like the reason why I don't agree with that is because even that facts, like, that mindset does cripple them and doesn't give them any drive. They've seen their mom or dad with wealth. They've seen wealth. They know what wealth is. Even though they need to start their own and it may be they get their own on some self-made shit, dog. Like you had the foundation, fam.
All right, so the real teaching is at home, and that's why it's not even when you go home, but you are on the even playing field for the American dream when you go to school. To be honest, that's how I'm gonna answer the question. At home is different because that's the real teaching. So if your family was never come from wealth or know anything about it or even try and pursue it, you don't have the same advantage. You're gonna be pulled back. But if you want to chase that American dream, the same two people that at them Gwinnett high schools, it depends on that person for the choices. But depending on what's going on at home, he gonna make a certain choice.
Okay, I like that
What's
answer.
going on at this house might be making a different choice. You feel what I'm saying?
I agree with that. I like that answer a lot.
Yeah. That's how that was like that it actually makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because now I think about it. I'm like, yo, I've been in this house and I've been in this house and I see what happened. And I know why certain people make those choices because of certain things.
Bro, literally, you know Jay Steamy? You know
Yeah,
Jay
yeah.
Steamy? You know Jay Steamy?
To be honest, I don't.
He went to
Nah, he
Peachtree.
only went to Broadway.
Okay, but I'm because he said Zach and Bubba in there.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
the
we
Broadway,
went
but
to
like-
middle school together.
Nah,
Yeah.
facts. Okay, so like,
Well, especially Zach and Al.
yeah, like they went to Moore. They went to Moore middle, right?
No, we went to 5-4.
I'm gonna say 5-4. I said Moore.
Yeah, we smacked though.
Yeah, 5-4. I remember that. Y'all was in my region. I went to Shiloh, but so like, but Jay was the first person I had ever seen. Like, yeah, I used to get up shots by myself and go practice moves, but like the summer going to 9th grade, no, the summer going to 10th grade, after 9th grade year, I was with Jay all the time, but every weekend I knew me and Jay was going to the every weekend, every Saturday morning, Jay dad was gonna get Jay ass up and they're going to the gym, and like that's the first time That's the first time
Experience that pressure.
experienced that, like where every morning me and Jay getting up and we going to the gym, and like every time I go to Jay crib, I know for a fact I'm gonna get a good like Saturday workout and
Because of
I'm
his
gonna
dad.
get better. Cause his dad, and it's like I never seen that before, bro.
Yeah.
I'm growing up, I'm all these basketball shit I'm learning, it's self-made. That's me by
But that's what I
myself.
said. You about to be a millionaire, and that's what he was saying. They're all gonna be self-made. Most of them are self-made.
That
because
cripples him, bro, because when his dad's not there, Jay's not gonna get up.
Nah,
And you
facts,
think he
facts.
would. You think reps pursuing it, but no, bro.
But I
because
feel like what I was trying to say was I feel like low key, like
it helps
I feel,
with that push.
I feel like it helps with that push. Like Jay has a foundation. Jay isn't somebody like Jay. He to this day Jay worked that hard now, you know, and like
well, shit,
not
shout
saying-
out Jay.
you know, like not even just.
You got to think about it. What's the one thing that all of our parents taught us that we do unconsciously now? One thing. Just think about it. One thing
Pray?
that you pray,
Shit,
What's one
brush my
thing?
teeth in the morning.
brush your teeth. Your parents taught you that, right? Okay. What about you?
I'm trying to think of a good one other than like brush my teeth. Oh, right. So when you got like a long sleeve shirt on and you're going to put a jacket in, my mom was telling me to like pinch the sleeve so when you put it through, it doesn't get caught up in there. See what
Right.
I mean?
I don't know
You
about
just
that.
taught me something, bro. You know I got
Yeah.
long ass arms. That should be.
Yeah, like
done.
when you got a long sleeve shirt on, but you're gonna throw a hoodie on, you know how that shit gets stuck in there? Pinch this.
Oh yeah, when you go like this.
Yeah, and then learn that shit and all that.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the one thing his dad taught him was the hard work and make sure your ass get up on these Saturdays or work like this.
Foundation.
It's just that foundation, and you didn't have it because you didn't have a dad.
Like I'm trying to say,
Yeah.
like, and I feel like when it comes back to what you were saying, like that, like I think that's cap. I feel like I know at least 5 people that I went to Norcross High School with who are white and they're rich and they are going to continue their generational wealth from their families. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what they're supposed to do. But
But that income level is gonna stay the same, bro.
they self-made. But shit, them niggas, like, they
They're
not
not
self-made,
self-made,
They're not
though, bro.
self-made.
I'm
They're
saying
not.
though.
I argued with Dooley about this actually a minute ago. I was saying like people like that are not self-made. We were talking about Kylie Jenner. And he was like, Kylie Jenner's self-made. I was
No,
like,
Is
fuck
Kim
she's
Kardashian not self-made?
no, Kim Kardashian is self-made. Yes.
But how is she not self-made? How is she self-made and how is Kylie not?
Because-
she inherited her mother literally.
It's not that she
gave-
inherited- I
Kim
mean, no,
inherited the
because
same money Kylie did.
She's
They
a
had the same mother,
badass.
fam.
She's a
Oh, I'm
badass.
tweaking. I'm thinking of somebody totally different.
Look.
I'm sorry.
No, well, it's not that she's not self-made. That's a bad example. Well, I'm talking about more about the fact that like I don't know, man. I experienced what you're talking about, bro. Bro, I went to Brookwood High School. Motherfuckers were pulling in there with brand new Beamers, lifted Jeeps, trucks.
That shit used to- I'm like-
bro, I had a Toyota Corolla. That was my first car.
Shit, nigga, I was
And I was
walking.
paying, bro. Bro,
I was in that motherfucker walking.
Bro, he had that yellow thing.
no. But
I wasn't getting on the cheese in high school. On me, I wasn't getting on the cheese in high
No,
school.
but I had a Toyota Corolla that was brand new. But my mom had really bad credit, so the note was out the ass. So I was in high school, bro, paying like $400 a month just to have a car, bro. Just to have a car. Think about that.
That shit gave you, it makes sense. It was like,
but guess what? That's what pushed me to make bread.
Yeah.
Because I had friends that were just making $400 in the whole month, and that's enough to you know, get some food to eat out.
$400,
No, fuck that.
That's
Their
great
parents
in
were
high
giving them
school.
$400 a month, $500 a month, and you know what? Why not? That's enough to buy some gas. That's enough to eat out, take a girl out.
That specific reason is the reason I feel like I go so hard in entrepreneurship, because I know I was one of those people that had to, like, you know, if you wanna you know, support your extra habits, you better go get a job. You feel what I'm saying? And do this. And I don't want my family to be, or my brother or anything, like, I want him to focus on what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? So now if that's what you want to do, you ain't necessarily got to go chase the job and get off track or anything like that, because it builds you. But at the same time, that's not what we want no more.
It derails you from like your personal dreams.
Yeah.
Hey, it's crazy you said that, bro.
But
like,
sometimes you have to, bro.
Hey, it's crazy as y'all are, bro.
Bro, I've had a job since I was 13. I mean, I don't have a job right now, but I started working when I was 13 because I saw my mom struggling and I wanted to be able to do something.
We all experience, but all of it. But like I'm trying to say, but all like the experiences we go through shape us into who we is. Like literally, it's like, if that's why I said I feel like God for me. My route is patience. He's trying to teach me patience. Like, bro, you go to the league. Just trust in me. Don't lose your faith in me. And I promise I got you. You've been working. How are you not gonna go there? That's what I feel like and I've been going through stuff to where I can back that up. You, like you said, like, you literally was paying $400 a month. Like,
At 18.
At 18, 17
Just
years old.
really think about
People
that, bro.
who, and I got somebody, but it's like one of my best friends in Memphis. Actually, one of my only friends, like, who aren't on the team, right? She be having dumb bread. Like, her dad got bread, but she got her own. Like, she got her own job though.
Yeah.
But she racked up and stuff. And she like, I love being financially independent and blah blah. And when she say that type of shit, I just be like, bro, like, you had the greatest foundation. You was getting bread at. And you was getting bread when you weren't spending on shit damn near or didn't need to, so you were saving it. But like,
I know a girl, she should spend $100 a day on food.
I'm trying to say, but she probably could put up some money too, though. You know what I'm trying to say?
Some people, bro. I know some people that got like 25, 30 bands saved up and they've just been working at McDonald's. But it's because you said they have no expenses. Their parents got them a car, they pay for the insurance, they pay for the car. They got a fat ass crib, so why move out?
That's not fair.
It's not fair.
It's not
fair, but at the same time.
It's not fair.
It's not fair, bro. But at the same time, I love that I'm not one of those people.
No,
Because I
facts.
know where I'm headed. And I know when I get there, I
Facts.
can say I'm 100% self-made. And I just want to go back on the Kylie Jenner thing. I think Kylie Jenner's self-made because she like 1,000x'd her situation. But if
feel
Kylie
me?
Jenner had just came into this world and hovered around, 20, 30, 40, 100 mil, like, just...
Niggas ain't talking thousands, but when you talking
No,
people.
but think about it. Like, you
I
come into
know.
a rich-ass family, famous-ass family, you're going to make money. But she's the youngest person in her family, and she's a billionaire. She's self-made. But guess what? A lot of people don't know the Kardashians have a brother, bro. He's not on shit.
Who you rob?
He's not on shit. I
Great
don't think he's
foundation,
self-made.
though.
He's a multi-millionaire too.
Multi-millionaire, not on
but I don't think he's self-made, bro. I just don't. I'm sorry. I don't.
They gonna be me.
That's crazy.
That's gonna be me.
Yeah,
that sound
no.
like the light to live.
Right, honestly.
Nah, he balling for real.
I'm trying to get like Rob, bro.
I'm trying to get like Rob.
I'm a hater, bro. I'm trying to get like Rob, bro.
cooling.
all day,
Man,
mimosas.
That boy Rob cooling. fool.
No. Honestly, more proud of them. They got. I honestly.
No, that's a great family for
That's a
foundation.
great- that's a-
I want that. That's gonna be my family.
I
I'm
wanna
gonna be
be
a
a
lot
co-
cooler.
But here's the thing.
I want
right?
to create a Kardashian legacy, goddamn.
No, but here's the thing. You went through struggle, so now you're kicking ass. But if you have kids,
My
right?
fault, Jay, my fault.
No, you're good.
They gonna
If
be
you
like the
have
Cosby.
kids, you don't want them to go through that struggle. Even though that struggle makes you, it's like, bro, my kid's not gonna
I
have
don't
a
want
fucking job.
facts. I don't want them doing.
So it's like it's weird,
You know
man.
what I'm saying? They're gonna be wiping their nose with $100 bills. And people gonna be looking at them crazy.
I know. And then when they crash Dez's Ferrari, they're just gonna be like, Dad, fuck yourself. You
No,
know what I'm
I'm
saying? And then Dez is gonna swing. So
I am not one of them.
That's definitely not going.
Yeah, I'm not going for that one.
But
It's
shit,
principles.
man. Before we get out of here, though, man, if you like, I know that you're going to fucking like the league. I already know this. You might think that like you're hoping to go to the league, but I know you're going to the league. So like, what team you want to be on? Like, what are you excited for?
You gotta be specific, and it might come back to hunt you.
I ain't never really I ain't never really had a specific team for real.
A timeshare draft picks.
I've always wanted to just motherfucking just. I just
Anything.
want to get in that motherfucker.
Anything?
To be honest,
Okay, I see what you mean.
I just want to get in there. I ain't never had a desired team because I never had a favorite team. I always had it like LeBron. I'm an OG Bron fan. I'm talking about before 2007 type shit.
Like Cavaliers 23.
I'm a Bron fan. Like I remember when him and Gilbert Arenas was going at each other in the playoffs. Oh, I'm like 6, nigga. Like my first game ever is 2K5 type shit.
So for you just want to get in the league. That's like your next. What about you? What's your next, like, what can people be on the lookout for to see from Dez? What's the next big goal for Dez?
5 years, 10 years, or
Just a big goal. But let's not even put a timeline on it.
And shout out, my fault, Dez. Watch out for BAM Records. We are on the way. You feel me?
Yes.
Record label BAM Records. Shout out Isaiah Stokes. Me and him, my partner on that.
Yes.
Okay. So it's like when you ask me this question, like I always think big, so I'm gonna think long term, like long term goal. For me, it's so many things I can tell you, but I'm gonna tell you one. One thing I want to do is to have a school for kids for financial literacy, and they don't have to be in those situations like that we came through. You feel what I'm saying? Like the struggles and stuff like that.
Are you gonna have to are they gonna have to pay for them?
Mm-hmm. Not like it at first, like, you know what I'm saying?
You can fundraise.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can fundraise, whatever. Like, not necessarily charge, but like for the people with low income to where like I want to have a school for entrepreneurs where my money is the money that y'all using to figure out what you want to do in life.
Oh, like a venture capitalist.
Yeah.
Almost.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? My money is like, all right.
They're using your money to launch their
All right,
ideas
so
in there.
it's just like if you're in 10th grade, okay, 10th grade, y'all got to decide, okay, what can you create? Now here's the money to actually go create it. Now, are you gonna make it that thing? So my overall goal is to make like, you know, maybe like 500 millionaires. You know what I'm saying? So if kids thinking on that level at a young age, then they'll be able to get to their dreams and their goals. And also, you know, like I was telling you earlier, have that gym to where like all the college athletes come back. They actually have a gym where they can actually get in and not necessarily have to, you know, pay for memberships and stuff. Like they can get their workouts in, their private one-on-one sessions and stuff like that.
That's
So
beautiful.
something like that.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man. How can people keep in touch with y'all? If y'all want to shout out social media
Man,
platforms.
Follow me on Twitter at Lance Greek, on IG _Lance_Thomas_.
Facts.
Sersky.
And y'all can follow me on all platforms. It don't matter what it is. It's Des_Howard. DES_HOWARD.
Right, man.
Facts.
I really appreciate you guys doing this. You
Oh,
know
yeah,
what I mean?
no,
this is honestly the longest podcast I've ever done.
Appreciate you,
2
my
hours
You know,
and like,
listen, we reach highs, not limits, now.
Yeah.
Come
Right.
on now.
just like every other time. My name's Charbel Milan. Today we got
Lance Thomas.
Des Howard.
and this has been a time shared. Thank you so much.